Are we?
Totally live. Check the Twitch. It's
Check
literally
the
live.
Twitch, homeboy.
I'm sorry, I only have 98 tabs open.
It sounds
Check
like a
the
personal
Twitch,
problem.
homeboy. There's better things to do.
We must not forget one of the most important plot points, however, that we encountered along the way. There was a magical horse that appeared out of nowhere. It seemed to be worth approximately 500 points. Or 5,000 points. 5,000 points. and we needed to deal with it. For the green blades. Oh no!
I would just like to point out that I didn't want to leave the pit, but the rest of the party did.
We're splitting the party. Good luck, buddy.
That means I can.
Not like the, it's not
that
like
means
the
I can
pit goes
hold
away.
it over everybody's head, and I plan
true.
to.
You know what?
True. You can
should
blame
do
it
that.
on me.
Blame it on the alcohol. I said it long enough where we're not going to.
We intend on going back later. Maybe there's something else inside the tavern that will help us.
Like Big Mar. It's just Big Mar. It's not even a statue of him. It's just him going like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" And you're just like, "What are you doing here?"
Is this what $15 a month got me?
Big Mar just showing up at opportune times. Absolutely. Oh. Temporarily of wind.
Ooh. It had a whole bunch of wind and it was really deep.
Hey, question, Brian. I've kind of like had my detect magic up for some time now, and I think I'll just keep on having it up. I didn't get to ask. Well, it's gonna ritually cast it, which I mean I've been holding it for a while, and like I just didn't know. I know you said when NX went down,
we couldn't
the
see
light
below the
immediately went
surface.
out, or at least we didn't see it. Is there? What I wanted to ask was, what am I seeing magic wise in here? Because it was exciting. It was exciting to hear him. I don't want
to. Now that it's a saving throw.
Yeah, why am I
at advantage?
Hold on, I'm pulling out my character sheet.
We're all smart.
14?
Happen.
Is it gone now? Is like the spell gone? Or are you saying like it was?
Oh. Ooh. Thanks, Big Mar. He appeared out of nowhere and let us know we had an audio issue. Ooh, I need to close the door. There we go.
How are we now? Are we back? Let me know, Big
We
Mar.
won't know for another 20 seconds.
Is it 20 seconds? We'll see.
It's about
What's
20.
next?
Yeah, depending on the latency. Sometimes you can get it as low as 7.
Sure. But Jake, yeah, it's back up, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't seem to be working correctly. I don't know.
Oh. So I just see normal, and then. Am I assuming I just can't figure out what's going on here?
Yeah, that's.
Is that largely what you're getting at right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I was kind of confused.
With,
I was like, well,
with a
what's
14,
back?
yeah, you don't know what's going on. It's super weird.
Is the wind like, I know NX kind of told us it, but like, is the wind like actively going up? Can we like feel if we put our hands over like the pit? Make another intelligence saving throw, you idiot.
It's a
Give me
saving
1
throw. You
second.
didn't take any damage, so.
It's yeah, you can feel like wind coming up, but only when he's trying to like fly down.
Can we like tie
I'll
a
take
rope
a
around?
rock and throw it.
Wait, okay, let me just make sure I understand what's happening. Do we just retcon everything when we're back in that pit again?
Well, we were kind of like heading away.
We were
but,
starting to
like,
walk down the hallway.
Okay,
But
all
then we
right.
had a moment of brilliance.
You mean the
500
DM
bits.
taunting us?
Thanks, Big
Thank
Did
you.
taunt us
Mar.
pretty hard. It's chill. Yeah, Big Mar. Woo!
Woo!
I don't know if that actually gets us a mini or not anymore.
Yeah, it does.
Oh
adjust it.
yeah! That was probably really
Sorry,
warm.
I was picking up my tea film.
Big
So
Mar, I hope your trip was good too, by the way.
can we just like tie a rope around Morty and push him into the pit?
Why me?
Because you're the smallest?
I'm
I am
the strongest, though.
I am not entirely unconvinced that if we just try to walk across this thing, it wouldn't just like.
We can
sort of
try
like-
it. We want
Well,
to.
why don't I try? Why don't, instead of using a rope
Yeah.
and tying it around, why don't I just step over the precipice of this
And
thing?
then you
Okay,
can
do it.
just
And then
burn
do
it
it.
right
And
away.
do it.
Yeah.
Right, and then I
Do
be
it.
burp if
Do
it
it.
doesn't work out well for me.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so I say, like, as we're all just like walking away into the sunset, away from the pit, I'm
It's
like,
like, this is stupid.
Hold up. I wasn't done here yet, so I just like casually stroll back over and just walk off the edge of the cliff.
Sure, make
Or
a
the-
dexterity saving throw.
Man.
21.
Oh, you
guys, like,
literally
just-
your whistle went out like 2 seconds in. It was cueing you out that it was tired of hearing that noise.
Yeah, you start to plummet, Enix.
Okay, so burb engage.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. You start to plummet down. That wind picks up again, throws off your sense of time and direction.
20 years older now.
So the wind did not there was no wind present until I stepped into the pit.
Until you started falling.
Aha. I would like to unburb.
Okay.
I just want to see what is gonna like. I'm already committed, so I just want to not have something actively flying me back up to the top. Just let it go.
You're gonna take some damage.
You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage as you plummet to the ground.
I found where the bottom of the pit is, guys.
Did it?
You can't really see the top of the pit. It's super weird.
Can I see anything?
He felt air though, right? This time it wasn't enough.
It just wasn't enough to keep him aloft, I guess. Yeah, you guys don't see him.
So as I'm so I fell quite a distance and took 21 points of damage. So
we don't know what the distance is, but it was enough to cause 21 points of damage.
Right, but it seems like if it was actually the...
You took the damage you would have taken as if you fell 100 feet.
Okay.
As if you fell 100 feet.
Right.
Because you fell 100 feet.
It's like it just accelerates you down.
Boom. So did I feel wind all the way down to the ground?
Yeah,
like,
probably. Yeah.
Okay. Can I see anything? Like, is there light down here?
No, it's dark.
Okay. Even for dark vision, it's just nothing?
Oh, I guess you do have dark vision. You can see, like, up 60 feet to not the top of the pit.
Are there any... Oh, I mean, it's not much.
Are there... Is there anything remarkable about the... Can I see the other side of the pit from here? I think we established the pit's 60 feet wide.
It is 60 feet wide and 100 feet deep, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything... Since dark vision's 30 feet. So I want to check out the perimeter of this wall. Like, is there anything remarkable? Or is it just stone all the way around?
Just stone all the way around. Pretty smooth stone.
Oh.
Okay. I'd like to try something. I want to, the position that skydivers put themselves in, like the big, just like wacky wavy inflatable.
Super rad.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to lay down on the ground and put myself in that position.
Okay. So you lay down on the ground.
You are now prone.
Stretch out, and now you're laying on the floor. I don't know.
That didn't really help. Well,
I like the idea though.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it too until I was down here.
Can we just like throw pebbles off the side to see if they make any noise?
Yeah, make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Another saving throw.
I'm just throwing pebbles off the side, guys.
I am not going to do anything that may influence an intelligence saving. I'm not the guy.
12.
Oh man.
Yeah, you toss a pebble in and you think you hear it hit the ground.
Question on one of
7 seconds later.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to pat at what feels like, with the Mage Hand, I'm going to pat at what I assume to be the breaking surface of the pit from where we lost sight of Enix's light tail feathers from the previous exercise.
Okay. Go ahead and make an advantaged intelligence saving throw.
All right, it likes magic, guys. That's what we're learning.
Oh, right.
They're the same number. 12.
And
yeah,
this is
you
how we lost Enix.
You push it down and you don't really feel anything with your with your mage hand.
Yeah.
So I would like to try and yell back
Enix,
up
can
to
you
right.
hear
I'd like
us?
to try yelling back up to my classmates here.
Mm-hmm.
Can they hear me? Hello?
Yeah, how loud are you being?
Like top of my voice, as if I was trying to yell to someone 100 feet away.
Yeah, they can hear you. Sure.
Okay. Please stop throwing things at me. They're landing down here.
Are they?
Yeah.
Why did you have to think about that?
I don't know.
Hey, Morty.
Should I? Hey,
That's
so
me.
hey, Spit. Should I reburb and come back up there? I thought I heard you say something about magic.
Why don't we see if we can just throw you down a rope and see if that can land and get like, if we can tie 2 ropes together, maybe, this is 100 feet of rope that we're gonna toss down, and like I can hold on to it and see if I can like let it go, like let it fall down. Let's see if I can.
Or he can just burn back up and just get.
He has a limited. I'm gonna metagame this one. He only has 2 times he can turn into a bird, so he is out of bird right now.
Yeah,
that's not true at all.
Yes,
but I think what he's trying to do is see if it is actually 100 feet or if it's like 100 feet.
Actually, both points are true.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you tie up some ropes.
He did define that the pit is 60 by 100.
You drop the rope down. Enix, you like the rope gets to you, and there's still like 50 feet of rope. And then as you guys pull it up, you're like, oh shoot, like we must have tied too many ropes together. We lost track.
Wait, so we knowingly having two sets of 50-foot rope, then go, I don't know how we tied so many more ropes together.
Yeah. It seems like instead of tying 2 ropes together, you tied like 4 ropes together.
Even though we don't have 4 ropes, it's like,
You
how
have
did
4
this
ropes. Everybody has rope.
Yeah, bro.
down there?
Yeah, mine's down with me.
He's like, as it's coming down, he's like, oh, I can help, and like puts another rope on his rope.
Yeah, it
and
checks
he
out.
keeps on coming down.
Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on.
Sounds about right.
And then I would like to cast a spell.
Okay.
Kind of, I guess maybe I would have done this preemptively, like on the rope, kind of like to see it go down. I mean, if it's too much retconning, that's fine. I would have.
You can do it now.
I'm
Well,
curious
I
what
can't-
you mean to see it go down.
Well, I guess initially what I've done is like on the end of the rope,
Mhm.
just to like so Enix can see it come down,
Mhm.
and does it break again when the light from like the tail feathers when he dove down, it went out like instantly.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see, will it also go out like when it first goes over the ledge kind of thing?
Mhm.
If that makes sense. Like, does the light break? Because I had an issue with my detect magic.
Sure.
If not, if you want to say that's too much, it's fine.
No, that's fine. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Normal?
I'm not still glowing, am I?
No.
No,
No.
Okay.
that's a 12.
Oh,
Yeah,
man!
you drop the rope and you drop the rope. You cast light on it. You drop the rope down. It goes all the way down, and there at the bottom you see a far away Enix that's small and whatnot.
100 feet away?
Give or take, yeah.
He looks as if he's 100 feet away.
Morty,
Hello?
I'm going to tie a rope around my waist. You hold on to the other end.
Wait, I'm already holding a rope.
Well, then I'm going to tie the other end of that rope around my waist. All right, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on myself.
This is how we lose 2 party members.
And, well, Enix is already back up top, so he's already
I?
up top.
We
Yeah,
haven't
it's
made that establishment yet.
You
Oh.
haven't made
Well,
that
this is
declaration yet.
this is after we get NX back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But
Very
Enix
important
tells us
clarity
about
there.
the whole rope situation, being like, why the hell did you guys throw so much rope? And then I subconsciously tied more rope to it.
Well,
He's
just to be
back there,
clear,
like, I don't know what you're talking about.
when I was standing there at the bottom of the pit, I just saw a rope appear out of nowhere, right? Since we can't see each other.
I mean, you saw a rope falling from
Right.
60 feet away when it was 60 feet away.
And
They
you
didn't
had just
they didn't
yelled
do
at
any
us.
like safety commands to let you know rope was coming, so I imagine you spent most of your concentration avoiding being hit by a big piece of rope. And that was your main focus.
This all sounds like just Three Stooges crap that we're doing.
It
right now.
certainly
I
seems
love
that
it.
way
We are
right now.
the
I don't know what y'all are
Balls
doing.
right now. Yeah,
I'm down with it. You're the one who said I couldn't turn back into a bird again.
Because you can't.
can't. You don't have any more spell slots.
right.
It's not spell slots. It's just abilities.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's an ability. It's not
2
even
per
a
day.
spell.
2 per day.
It's 2 per day.
All right, Morty.
Hello.
Take the end of this rope.
All
hold
right,
on
so
to
he's
this.
back up now.
He's
Claire-
back up.
Okay.
So you hold on to this since you have the strength. Actually,
Ryan,
all y'all
he's
have
back up.
to-
I'm holding on to the rope.
Okay.
That
I'm
he's
gonna
tied
cast
to.
Pass Without Trace on myself,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna walk off the edge.
Yeah, you fall a lot.
I'm
About 100 feet. Feels
No,
well,
it's all.
as
There's
soon
only
as it starts
50
giving, I'm gonna. As soon as he starts going, I'm gonna try to catch and pull.
like you're a belayer.
Yeah.
You're gonna take 12 points of bludgeoning damage when you hit the ground with a rope tied.
Wait,
around
I
your
can't
waist.
stop him.
I'm sorry. You're gonna take 12 points of bludgeoning damage when the rope goes taut from you falling 40 feet.
Okay.
That's not
Hey.
super comfortable either.
No,
Can you pull me up, guys?
You could have like done the whole belaying thing like rock climbers do.
We barely know that. We
It's
now
called
know.
repelling, but
Repelling, yeah.
Dimitri, you're pretty sure that like he didn't get a good grip on the rope because you're at the bottom of this pit, and you're pretty
How
sure
much
he
rope
must
do
have
I
like
have?
let some of this rope slide. Morty, you're like, oh shoot, I didn't get a good grip on that rope. I should have grabbed it harder, more firmly.
I'm gonna look back at the
Why
amount
are we
of rope
so
I have.
dumb?
I have no idea.
Can I like extend my 10-foot pole and like wave it up and see if they can see my 10-foot pole?
I don't
From
want to see
40
your
feet
10-foot.
down?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I guess.
It follows.
Do they see it? No.
How do you
No.
feel?
All right, pull me up, guys.
I pull you up.
Thank you.
There must have been like a big, powerful wind that started up again because you get pulled up super quick. Like,
I feel like Brian's just
Just help.
like he's just effing with us right now. He just keeps on changing the
yeah.
rules, or he's like,
No, he's
Hey,
not
guy.
changing any rules. I
well,
think.
I am using one specific rule.
I figure that you're doing something baloney pony here.
It's an illusionary spell.
All right. So if we're based on this, because I have
wanted to
no
spell
idea what
this so
could
bad.
potentially be any of these rules.
What's
I don't
that,
know what
Morty?
D&D rules are.
Nothing.
What'd you say?
I wanted to spell this so bad.
Right. So, but then we can't get across. So the idea here is if I had this voice in my head saying that there might be a rule related to this pit, and it seems that any time that there seems to be some kind of physical force that's uplifting, there's a wind that's assisting it. But anything that causes things to just strictly go down, there really isn't that much assistance. So,
Seems that way, yeah.
so what if we were
In
to
fact, it seems like gravity is accelerated in this location. Like things hit the ground faster than you think they would.
Oh, I totally know that feeling.
Mhm.
So,
Totally know
I
that.
wouldn't recommend you jumping in the pit.
Yeah.
well,
You're
I
gonna-
mean, I wasn't
Well, he'd
gonna
be fine.
go there. I wasn't gonna go there. I mean, I'd be just as fine as I normally would be otherwise.
Have you
probably.
taken a long rest since the last time that ring?
I have drinking a potion.
But have
anyway.
you taken a long rest since the last time that ring did its thing?
No,
No. Yeah, you'll probably be fine.
yeah, it in a similar fashion. Anyway, so I was gonna say if it's anything that's uplifting that seems to get this updraft, what if we were to now hear me out on this?
Mhm.
Like we take turns kind of trying to launch each other. So we're like juggling ourselves across the pit. So as long as one of us is underneath doing like the up push thing. No, it's not. Is my rule assumption wrong? My rule assumption's wrong.
I need you
It's not based on
to
uplift.
to make me want to go with this. I need to see it in MS Paint. You just drawing this thing out because
Oh my goodness.
He's opening MS Paint now.
he's
I
like
am.
it's going to work. No, don't MS Paint this for me. Because I know I'm the one that's going first, and I'm gonna be the one that's falling first because I'm the strongest. Everyone else is going up, and I'm falling.
Dimitri, how
Oh yeah, I can't make it work because everyone would be falling at the same time. Yeah, I tried.
What's up in X?
Can
Why don't we
you
have the fly
are
spell?
you able to like can you tie a rope
Oh,
to an
no.
arrow or something and shoot it across to the other side?
Sure.
Can you try that?
Sure.
Because that seems less insane than let's juggle each other across the pit.
So I guess we have our 100-foot long rope thing.
Yeah, it's unclear how long the rope is. at
It's
this point.
200 feet apparently.
I still think it's like at this point where like just keep on finding like it's like a rope, like, you know, kind of like you go into a game. It's like, do you want another box? It's like, yeah, why not? And just keep on pulling rope out.
Well, the
this
problem is
time.
you guys like bought 50-foot ropes, but clearly nobody measured them before they handed them to you. So like, maybe these ropes are 50 feet, maybe they're 130 feet.
46 feet.
There's no way to know.
130 feet. What's the deal?
There's no way to know.
Have we actually? I know I just asked you to do a thing, but have we actually have we looked at the walls?
You said it's
You're the-
smooth.
Yeah, it's
No, not in the pit, but like of the hallway that we're standing in.
No.
Like, or is it
They're
just a
fine.
hallway with nothing on the walls?
It seems like smooth walls.
It's like a lever, and we just walked past it because we didn't ask about
That's
it.
what I was.
We just pull the lever down, and a bridge
No,
comes
there's-
up.
there's
I was
no-
That would
expecting-
be a roll.
I was expecting there to be a sign right next to the pit that said, "Don't jump in this, because you'll take 21 points of bludgeoning damage, you
Or
idiot."
12.
Or 12.
That was from the rope.
Mm-hmm.
I'll attempt to shoot an arrow across with a rope attached to it.
Sure. Yeah, you shoot an arrow across with a rope attached to it. It is
Does
now,
it make it?
I mean, the arrow is now laying on the other side of the pit.
Not lodged
Like,
into anything.
it tinks off the wall on the far side. It's on the ground.
So the
There's a
arrow
way out,
didn't
though.
plummet.
No.
Annex, can you mold the bridge for us?
I don't think so.
I don't know if it works that way.
I don't think Mold
Okay, just
Earth
making
works
sure.
on like finished.
No.
Yeah, just wanted to check.
I can make shapes or colors appear on stone.
Oh, that's good.
How far? can I
Sorry, that
throw-
was wildly inappropriate. My bad.
It can be pretty as you plummet to your tomb.
How far can I throw a grappling hook?
It depends on what you roll on an athletics check.
I would. I would. I turn to Dimitri and I say, "I know this is my idea. Thank you for indulging me. Let's bring the rope back and I'll try a grappling hook this time because that might work better."
Okay.
I'm trying to build us a rope bridge across this thing,
Yeah.
so we don't have to deal with that mess.
Yeah.
So I'd like to. I pull the however many feet of rope, tie the grappling hook to the end of it,
Mhm.
chuck it across.
Make an athletics check.
Some magical bullshittery going on right now. That's all I know.
Oh gosh, I have a minus for athletics. That's a 15.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're trying to like hook it onto, but you managed to clear the 60-foot pit with like a whoosh whoosh kind of scenario.
Does not sound very confident. No.
The DM knows when we're all gonna die because a pit has defeated us.
No, he coaxed us back into the area.
I didn't coax you into anything. I was perfectly fine letting you explore the rest of the tavern. There's a whole little like farmstead set up out
I don't
here
like
that
this
you can
game
explore.
anymore.
Why don't we go explore the rest? Like
So-
real talk.
So the grappling hook is just sitting there on the ground.
Tug
The other
Yeah,
on
side
like
is
Tug
there's
on it.
nothing like I don't
It's
know
at no
what,
purchase.
like there's nothing for it to grapple
It's true.
unless you have some kind of like mold earth spell that will allow the ground to like build up around the grappling hook, which would be really cool.
It's a shame you might not have a mold earth spell.
Can I use mold earth to create a shape of a hook that the grappling hook can hook in? It'll be the shape of a ring that when I tug on the rope, the grappling hook will hook into the ring. And then we
Like it
just have
goes
to hold
around,
taut
it
on this
goes
side.
around like this, and then it's like stuck like that.
It's so you got your grappling hook
Sure.
And I make the I use mold earth,
and
then
I
it
would
hooks.
say 100% you absolutely could if you were within 30 feet of that grappling.
Oh
hook.
shit!
But the range of mold earth is 30
Oh
feet.
damn! It is 30 feet.
Baited, totally baited.
I mean, if you could find a way to get within 30 feet, more power to you.
Can we go look for like a chair to stand on?
So, Brian, I love how it was your idea to use mold earth in the first place, and so I got really excited and started
because I didn't
reading
read mold earth.
and then started reading the cantrip, ignoring the range because I
It's
thought
not
you'd
my
let me get
spell,
away
it's
with
yours. You gotta know how that stuff works. Look, it's a great plan if you enact a plan within the limitations of the spell. You just have to get creative. That's all.
I'm gonna go start looking through the down the hallway a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going back.
You're
I'm
bored.
Here. Fuck this place.
As you guys hit the dusty trails on back to the tavern, you hear that like tink 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 start up again. Just like forget that. I don't know what that is. I don't need to right now. Head back to the tavern. Get to that like secret door in the basement. You're back in the tap room.
Defeated.
Good game, guys. Good
by
game.
the pain. Defeated by the gravity pit.
Well, we had like 3 chances to outsmart it.
I used my chance
Doesn't
by
make me
jumping
feel any
straight into
better.
it.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I mean, we got 3 levels or whatever above us to go and mess around in or something like
Yeah,
that.
there
And
might
like
be something that
several
could help
other
us.
buildings. Like
And hear me out, fresh meat.
No,
Where?
gently reposed
Gentle
meat.
reposed meat. So fresh meat.
oh,
Oh,
I
that's
see.
right. The head,
The
the
taxidermy.
mammoth head.
All the
yeah.
taxidermy.
All the taxidermy. Was there anything else after we like left the secret passage door thing in this basement area, or was it just more booze on racks?
Oh, you mean in like the cellar?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like casks and like wine bottles on like cask racks and wine racks.
Yeah.
Looks like there's some like harder liquor as well.
Ooh.
Liquor.
But
I don't even know her.
Wow.
Gross.
You didn't need to finish that.
Is it flammable liquid?
I mean most liquor is.
Cool. We'll be back, guys. I have an idea.
Of course you do.
Okay.
All right, let's go upstairs.
I was gonna roll. I'm gonna roll with the plan there.
All right, let's go upstairs and look around.
Sure.
Let's give it the old mystery machine check out.
Yeah, so you head upstairs and there's that big like tavern room. You keep looking around. There's like stairs that go up. And as you kind of explore the upper level, it looks like there's 8 rooms with 2 beds in each room. That looks like this was a tavern and inn.
Okay.
Are there?
It's on the main floor.
No. It's like on like
The second
a higher
floor?
floor. Yeah, there is like a balcony over the main room that looks like it's for like paying for people who are staying in rooms. Like it's a private kind of like drinking balcony for people who are staying in the rooms themselves. But
2 bars.
Are there any like rags or cloths or towels anywhere? Or is like a
make
lot of
an
the stuff?
investigation check.
All right then.
Oh.
That was a terrible one. That's an 8.
We're
Yeah,
kicking
you
it today.
don't see a ton of. I mean, it looks like it's been largely abandoned for 10 years or so. So you don't see a ton of like the normal things you would see in a working tavern. You do notice like there doesn't appear to be like a full bar upstairs, and then you notice there's like a dumbwaiter essentially that like lifts drinks from the main bar up to. There's like a little stand where someone probably stays, if it was in like operation. where they would like distribute drinks for that upper balcony, but there's not like a separate bar up there. When you look in the dumbwaiter, you do see like there's like a platter with like a linen on the platter, like more decorative than anything else, but it is like a towel of sort.
How big is the dumbwaiter?
It's like a 2.5 foot square. It's just like a chute with like it's not motorized or anything, right? Like it's just like pull this rope, pull this other rope. Kind of like a what do they call that? Like the electric system in a theater, right?
Yeah.
There's like weight to it.
I hop in it. I actually can stand up inside of it.
Cool.
And I ask politely of Morty, I'm like, Morty, take me places.
Wow, words you should say to a strong guy.
As you stand in it, it starts to like slowly drop.
Quickly, please.
And
it's not like falling aggressively, but
no.
I start pulling and pulling fast.
You pull as hard as you can, and it drops.
I didn't say
quick.
that. I said pull pretty fast.
Right.
I didn't say as hard as I can.
It's not like a free fall for you, Spit, but it does. It's like it makes your stomach go up a little bit when the floor quickly goes down. You end up downstairs at the bar.
Is Morty bringing me up, or was I up and then he's
you were up and
taking me
he
down?
like pulled you down.
Oh, okay.
And it's like the arbor's crashed, like it's bottom.
There's no more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you wanna come
Okay.
back up?
There's nothing here. Yeah, please.
I'm bringing it back up.
Okay.
Question.
Mhm.
The overall
Did I
look of
see
this
anything on the
tavern-
way down, by the way, or no?
Metal chute.
Okay.
So, is it dusty here? Like, is it look like it's been used? Like, I know you said it's an abandoned area to some degree or another, but like,
But it's been
I'm-
reposed.
well, that too. I'm trying to see like, did something happen and people are gone? Like, if there were still drinks on the table. Of course, they would have evaporated out, but like, there also probably would have been some sort of residue left at some point in time.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Okay. 19. Thanks, bouncing off other dice.
Yeah, so it does look like people suddenly got up and left this tavern. It doesn't look like they like evaporated, right? Like it wasn't like the rapture and they disappeared. Like it looks like they got up and left the tavern, not like they were obliterated in their seats.
They abruptly got up and left.
Yeah. But there does seem to be some like clutter indicating that like whatever caused them to leave caused everyone to leave. Kind of in a rush.
But this is still like it's a relatively abandoned place. Like this act did not happen in the last 7 days.
No. This is like there's 10
ago.
years of crime and 10 years of dust
Yeah.
on top of like the cups that have been left.
It's a lot of dust.
Not if there's nothing living in there.
So, is there anything? You said there was like multiple floors. Can we go up any higher than the floor that we're on right now? Or
No, so it's like the ground level is like the tavern level, and then the second floor is like where the rooms are for staying.
Okay.
Are there any like chests or drawers or other things where people would have stored things? Any journals or diaries that
Yeah, in the
maybe
rooms
also
for
talk
sure.
of?
Yeah, so as you go through the rooms, you do notice you go through a couple of like the chests, and like there's like left behind gear. You know, there's adventuring kits, lots of rope. But
I knew that. Yeah.
you see, you know, like not obviously like whatever happened, like people took their best weapons with them.
Yeah.
But you do see like incidental extra weapons, right? There's like a long sword, a dagger. You do notice like one it looks like a silver dagger that in the forging process has been encrusted with emerald dust.
Ooh.
And it looks pretty ornamental.
Let's take it.
Okay.
Was it? What was the guy's name that was
Anton.
It was Anton. Anton was on my list. I just couldn't remember it.
Yeah. It'll be a gift for him.
That, or if there's any like personal effects that went Emerald Blade related.
The mammoth head.
This is for you. If there's anything like I can get him, kind of like hey, I went to the gift shop kind of thing.
Well, there was like the flag banners.
Not pulling that off the wall. Looking more so into like the hey, if there's anything on the table that like, or anything like cloth related, or anything that might have been something that doesn't feel like I'm pillaging the place.
Sure.
Or sort of removing something.
Yeah, it doesn't. The one thing you do know, because you got an 18 on your investigation check.
19.
Yeah. So as you're kind of behind the bar downstairs, you notice like a switch, and you flip the switch, and like the whole top shelf, there's like a mirror behind the top shelf, and there's a couple of bottles up there, but that whole shelf kind of pops like the trunk of a car, and you realize it's like a secret compartment. And as you open that up, you see seven gemstones with like runes carved into them.
Definitely casting detect magic and be like, hey, I'm not touching these just yet.
Yeah, it's a diamond, a ruby, an emerald, a sapphire, a crystal, a topaz, and an alexandrite. They all radiate magic.
What kind of magic?
Conjuration, necromancy, abjuration.
Jeez. You just want to say all the schools too?
I was gonna say it's all.
You just want to say all of them?
Hold on. No, that's it.
Do any feel? I don't. This might be outside. I'll concentrate on it. I'll say the famous words. I'll concentrate on it. Does it feel like certain ones radiate higher, more than the rest?
They all radiate the same amount of magic, but they radiate different schools. So all of them radiate necromancy. The ruby radiates abjuration. The diamond radiates only necromancy.
Oh.
I guess like all of them radiate necromancy and abjuration except for the diamond, which is only necromancy.
Oh.
I want to touch them. I'll be honest. I want to touch all of them.
I mean, he is wearing protective gloves.
Sure. I will.
How are they arranged?
Yeah, is there certain?
They're in like a. Like you realize that like that shelf that popped, like it popped the lid of like a case as well, and they are laid in a case.
Oh.
That's like
Just take the
kind of
case.
like briefcase sized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, take the briefcase. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go. I found something,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I'll put that into my briefcase slot that I don't currently have occupied by other briefcases.
Sure.
Were there any like ledgers or chronicles or journals inside the rooms and such?
Were there any ledgers? There does appear to be a journal, and as you kind of page through it, it reads like a new recruit who has kind of like
contact
ruby eyes,
info.
ruby glasses on about the organization he's joining.
Got it.
And it kind of stops abruptly, as if like he was writing
In
in
the
this
middle.
journal when whatever happened forced all of them out of the tavern.
Yeah. I'll take that journal too.
Okay. How much time do you want to invest into like pouring through that?
The journal?
Yeah.
how much time did I don't want to spend too much time, like basically the same amount of time that I think Morty spent investigating and such, because I mean we'll be on the road for a bit, so I'll probably be coming through that quite a bit.
Sure. I guess like probably 10 minutes or so. I mean, he rolled pretty high, but like he also found the only secret switch. So probably 10 minutes. You kind of page through, make an investigation check for me.
Ooh, that's a natural 20. Why didn't we do that with the pit? All right.
I don't know.
Yeah. So a modified 19.
Okay. You kind of page through and you notice something about like it has like he's looking forward to meeting Torg, who's like the outfitter of the Emerald Blades. He was recruited and sent over by Mayor Lear. You're not really sure who that is. Make a history check.
Another thing that I'm fantastic at.
I'll give him guidance, or I'll assist.
Okay. I don't know how that works when he's reading a book, but that's fine.
So give him a back massage. You'll do.
Yeah.
You're like a back massage, like you know who he is.
That's a 7.
Yeah, you're not sure. You're like, who's Lear? And Dimitri's like, I don't know. That's a weird name.
It would have been a 31 to counteract the natural 20 I had.
He was recruited by, or he was told
He
to go.
was sent by Mayor Lear. I mean, that's kind of the best read you can get out of it.
Is it Leer?
Llyr.
Yeah, of course it is.
Leyre.
Back to the other thing. I'm still looking for something like kind of like a personal effect, like if there's like a dagger that like had like
the emerald
EB on it. No, not that. Like a normal one. Let's be very clear here. That just has like EB and like looks official, or like something like small, like a trinket. Be like, hey, thinking of you, and like, you know.
Yeah, you get the idea that like this ornate dagger is like the trinket that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you wanted to give him a
Something
dagger
to do
trinket,
that.
like this is clearly what marks the Emerald Blades as at least like higher ranking members of the Emerald Blades as higher ranking members.
Okay.
Here I am envisioning like grabbing one of the like sheets or something like that and just putting like I heart EB on it where the heart is green. And
Clearly not their memorabilia, but it was like if we were like, hey, we want to get something nice for you, and we like just messed up.
It's just non-licensed merch. Like
Yeah.
Are there windows in these rooms as we're kind of looking through them? Can we look out them, or while they're rifling through the personal effects, can I look out and like look towards the other buildings to see if there's any activity?
Yeah, so there's like a farmhouse with several barns. There's like another outbuilding that has kind of like barrels out front, but you're not sure, like you can't tell from here what's in those barrels. And then you see like a silo, and it looks like on top of the silo it also doubles as kind of like a watchtower kind of thing. There's like a balcony around the rim of the silo. You also see like a bunch of sheep. Kind of an overwhelming number of sheep, frankly, as if maybe no one has been controlling this herd of sheep for 10 years and it has gone a little wild.
Does it look like they've been sheared recently?
It doesn't look like they've been intentionally sheared, but there do seem to be like rock formations and things that they could have naturally sheared themselves on.
Okay.
It does look a little bit fluffier than you would expect, but like you know enough about sheep to know that like in the wild they manage to shear themselves.
Yeah.
Guys, hear me out.
Yeah.
Wrangle. And we cause a bigger problem because now we have a congealment of sheep
Yeah. And
that know how to self-shear.
Exactly. And
Merch.
that merch, because we can now make a whole bunch of I Heart EB shirts because I just experimented with that design, and like the meat is fairly delicious too. And I'm sure Veruca. No.
Are there any corpses nearby of sheep?
Oh yeah, that's really good call.
Of sheep?
Of anything, I guess.
How-
is a better
how-
question. Apparently, you're
Um,
gonna lead with that one. I don't know. Is this like the
Other
Rotha that
corpses?
now?
I don't think there are. I'm trying
The
to think.
bloodthirsty Rotha
How
out
many-
here that want
how
to kill
many-
people?
How many sheep are we talking here? Like
There's
100?
like 65 sheep.
That's
Like,
a lot of
It's
sheep.
a wild amount of sheep. Like
And they're penned in.
no. They're just
No.
like wandering around.
They have
the
a
silo in the
dog.
barn.
Let's
Okay,
see
but-
how good Bear is at being a
But
sheep
they're all
dog.
just
I
well.
also have wolves, but
No,
well,
but
I'm,
we'd be giving Corbin new.
I'm curious why they're all hanging out here though. Like
And a silo.
They're actually just a
put-
bunch of people with sheep bodies on them.
I was gonna say, what if we kind of directed them to the pit and just filled the pit?
No!
with sheep?
That would be
Why
enough
would you
sheep.
want-
It would be
No.
totally enough sheep because if you think about it. No, it wouldn't
No.
be enough sheep. But there's
No,
only
it would be-
65 sheep.
it
That's
would
not
be
enough
my
sheep.
it would be my job to convince these sheep to go willingly jump into a pit. And you know how well my idea of trying to get the horse to jump or go downstairs went.
I mean, it worked out pretty
It's
well.
true.
The horse got off the balcony.
It's true.
Well, not with its life.
I would rather just take the sheep, be honest.
Yeah, I think we take the sheep.
And then just like it's kind of like we just like every month or two we just show up with like an obscenely
With
large
another
amount of
herd of animals. Yeah.
and then like Wins Hollow's like, are you stealing this? Like they're not
We
certain
could
what we're
open
doing
a
with
zoo.
these things.
More
Of
more
what,
a petting
horses
zoo,
and
but all right.
Yeah.
We now can have like
You can
you know
finally
what?
attract children, families with children into town.
Never. If you're under the age of 14, you're not allowed in this town. No, we could have like a supply that we could get like somebody to do like the yarn creation, and then we could get some stuff for Aaron. Dude,
Yeah.
we see.
Cushions. Yeah. So,
I think we should just take them. but
well,
still,
let's
we
let's
need to
go.
get
Let's,
there first.
let's go check out the barns. Let's go see if there's anything in the barns, guys.
What
Wait.
time is it?
There's so many questions.
I'm trying to think how long you spent losing to the pit.
I would say at least an hour.
Yeah, it's probably like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
So I'm not done with the sheep thing though.
Yeah, plenty of time for sheep time.
Well,
Well, we
they're
have to count the
staying
sheep.
in an area. Are they like bunching up or being away from certain like, kind of like, are they afraid of things? Or because like they're very much like a responsive like animal.
Mhm.
Like, are they staying away from certain areas? Are they like congregating in certain areas because it's safer? Are they protecting bodies? Are they really trying to make a Zord? Like, what I would like. There's a lot of questions I have that are unanswered.
I don't know how to answer those questions for you right now, Morty.
Well, Enix could go talk with them.
I was gonna say if you write down your novel of questions, I can go interrogate one of these sheep.
Well, I guess I'm doing an observation.
Tell you what you
Are they
know.
like? Are they like? Because 65 sheep is a lot of sheep.
Mhm.
Like,
Well,
are
right.
they like, kind of like? Like, I'm trying to say, are they doing any hard corners around anywhere? Like, here's a building, and they're like, no, and like, avoiding certain spots, or like, it's like they'll like if there's a circle, they're moving, they avoid a circle, kind of like how college students do that with like, kind of. They like don't step on like. Am I alone here?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
Like you won't
I
like
wanna
how
move
you
on.
University of
I
I want to move on
University of
before we
Michigan.
offend someone.
So like, University of Michigan, if you're an undergraduate, you can't step on this thing because otherwise you'll fail.
Oh,
and
it's like
like-
cursed
like
or whatever?
superstition.
Yeah, it's like
Thing.
like a superstitious thing. Like,
Not
are
like
they doing that
hazing,
kind of
but, like,
thing? But it's like kind of like,
Institutionalizing.
It's
Yeah, I mean, you
institutionalizing,
don't.
yeah.
There's no way for you to know that.
well, I'm looking out over them, I'm assuming, and going like, huh, where are they? I'm trying to see by their normal movement patterns.
They're just like
They're just sheep.
hanging out in a field
Okay.
eating grass.
That's
man.
because I was trying to see like, is it like, hey, maybe this correspond to the hole, and they're like, all the way looped around an area because they're like, I know if we jump too high, we're about to smash through the ground here and just go flying through the ground.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like, so it's a pretty like verdant area. There's a lot of grass. It does look like there's a pattern to like the way they're eating grass. Like it looks like they eat it in sections, as if like there is some degree of control over the sheep, but you don't see anybody controlling them, and you don't see any like fencing or anything.
Okay. That's it for my monologue.
Okay.
Shall we make our way to the farmhouse into the sheep?
And Marty, would you like me to have a conversation with a sheep?
Not yet. No, I'm mulling over this.
Is it still nice outside?
What's that?
Nothing. Yeah, well, what's closer, that one random hut with the barrels outside of it, or the farmhouse? Or is
The
everything equidistant?
silo.
So the farmhouse is further away. There's a couple of barns for the farmhouse, for the farm in general, that are about as far away as that small building. And then the silo is like kind of on the other side of the barns between them and the farmhouse.
And the farmhouse.
So what would y'all like to go to? Like, because I'm interested, maybe checking out those barrels, see if there's any knights in them. You know, there might be a skeleton left inside because it
That's
has
true.
been
We
a
gotta
while.
clear that out. Those are dangerous guys.
So I guess we're gonna go check out the barrels.
Oh my goodness. Can we at least like sneak up on the barrels or something? I mean, oh my god.
We could shoot it with an arrow.
I guess we could.
What's the plan? How are you approaching the barrels? I'm so pumped that I have trained you guys to be so suspicious of barrels. This is really exciting for me.
Anix has no idea.
Not a
None.
clue.
We almost got not a
murdered
single.
by a lot of those guys.
I was legitimately concerned that we had been over this, and I just wasn't paying attention.
No.
Okay.
It's
So
okay.
they fought what are called barrel knights before, which are just like bandits that wear barrels as armor and hide in them, and so like they just hang out in barns, and then they like pop their head out, and they've got like a little barrel top hat on with like a chin strap.
They got
And then they like get their bows out, and they've got like
This is
like
Monty
suspenders holding the barrel
Barrel.
up, so they like shuffle their feet, and then they like duck down.
Don't worry.
again.
If you look further to my notes, if you type in Barrel Knight, you'll probably find it.
You'll
Yeah.
probably encounter them again, so it's not
I was
an
going
issue.
to say it's going to be a thing. The first time you see them, you are definitely going to in character be what the hell.
Oh wait,
So-
I wasn't.
They're modeled after. I don't remember. I don't know how late in your life you bought McDonald's Happy Meals, but they're modeled after the like fry and hamburger Transformer toys from like '91.
Oh yeah.
That like pop their feet down. I feel like there was a soda, like a beverage, like a milkshake one that had like fold out feet and then like arms, and then you can fold them back in. Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway,
So we go towards the barrels, but Dimitri's pretty darn good at shooting an arrow, so he's gonna shoot one of the barrels along the way, and then if it's not, then he just gets the arrow back.
You know what the worst part about it is? There's a potential it goes ow, and like, which is way scarier of a
And then we
prospect.
roll
There's
initiative.
one-
Yeah.
There's one dude. He's like son of a, and he's like just super angry.
what if it's a sheep inside the barrel?
Oh
could be.
god, it gets 1,000 times worse.
All right, I shoot a barrel with an arrow.
Sure, make an attack roll.
Do I deal damage as well?
Yep.
Would. What's the attack roll? We don't know its AC.
All right, that plus that 24.
Yeah, you hit
Did
the
you
barrel.
cast sharp? Oh, okay.
I deal it
It casts parry.
11 points of damage.
Holy mackerel!
Sure. So you shoot this barrel, and it kind of like you see it like compress a little bit when the arrow hits, and you see this like the top of the barrel like pop up. No one comes out, but a wild stench does. It just stinks.
We're really far away, though.
Mm-hmm. It
It's
stinks
that
real
bad?
bad. Yeah.
Is it like rotten smell?
Yeah. Mold,
It is not
mildew.
proposed.
It's not like
Does it-
rot. It smells like mildew and mold, not like rot.
It doesn't smell like death.
No.
Okay. All right, guys. There's nothing in the barrel, except for
The
Mold.
things that mold and rot and gross.
but not a dead person.
Oh, thank goodness. That Barrow Knight was waiting for a long time.
It's just a skeleton. That's all.
It's
It is.
just a skeleton of Barrow
How
Knight.
close is this barrel to like other things?
It's right out front of that like outbuilding.
So
It might have
Inex,
been the trash.
Do you think we
can.
should put the lid back on the barrel?
probably.
I mean, like, did the lid completely pop off, or is it just like boop, and like let some of the stink out?
No, when the arrow hit, like the lid like flipped in the air 6 or 7 times.
Oh, that's pretty
and then,
cool,
like, landed
actually.
next to the barrel.
Can we put it back on at least?
Yeah, I put the lid back
Sure.
on.
And
This-
as you
this-
go up to put the lid back
Oh,
on, you
jeez.
hear you look inside the barrel and it's just full of like moldy wool, just like
Oh.
wool that's just covered in mold. And you hear from somewhere, you're not sure where, you hear a voice that says, why would you do that? It smells absolutely horrid.
Can I tell? Do I know in what general direction?
Make a perception check.
Cool.
Did you actually cast Speak with Animals on the way? And the sheep are just like, what the hell are you thinking?
No, you guys
The
all hear
sheep-
it. You all
the
hear it.
sheep-
Okay.
Oh, okay.
16.
You look around and you like look down and you see like a herd of sheep, and one of them is like staring at you with its big dumb sheep eyes.
Yeah.
It's like, that smells horrid.
What's wrong with
Why
you?
would you do that?
So I look to everybody else in the party like, can you understand this sheep right now too?
Yeah, 100% you can.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Um,
hold on, step back. This,
So the sheep has cast Speak with People
Yeah.
on itself.
No, I mean maybe.
it feels like it hid
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
with its dumb sheep eyes.
So I
Did it
I've-
also have
I've-
a mouthful like
Yeah.
Well, is it-
absolutely.
So I'm gonna continue to gingerly put the lid back on this barrel as I just am making like
Mhm.
straight eye contact with
Yeah.
the sheep and be like,
As you do, he says, "Yeah, that's probably for the best."
"Hi, my name is Enix, and I haven't cast Speak with Animals on myself. Can you understand me?"
He says, "No, I can't. That's why I'm talking to you." And then you get
Okay.
really frustrated with him and slap him as hard as you possibly can across the face. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What did I do to you? We've
was
just been
so
hanging out here."
confused.
And then 2 other sheep come over, and they're like, "What is this guy doing? Is this guy causing trouble? Who is this guy?" And the first sheep's like, "Whoa."
Other slap is NPC to PC.
Oh, okay. In that case, instead of you slapping it in the face, the sheep like rears up on its hind legs and like kicks you with its front legs, and it's then that you notice another sheep has crawled behind your knees and they've just up downed you, and you've gone head over tea kettle over the back of a sheep.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the second time an NPC's beating the crap out of you in this circumstance.
Yeah, so I'm stunned. Like I believe this is the first time I've spoken to an animal without magic involved, or at least
Yeah.
magic that I've used
Alcohol
myself
magic.
involved. Right. So, so I'm still looking at with this stunned look at well, first off, I give the one that was behind me a dirty look, and look back at the head honcho over here. It's like, how are we speaking right now? By what method are we able to understand each other?
He says, I don't get the question. What, you never heard of a talking sheep before?
No, actually.
You
Have
think
you
somehow
been able
because
to?
we're sheep we can't We're not smart enough to talk.
Well, no. It's not that. It's just, usually we speak different languages. Like everybody, my friends and I here, we speak different languages too.
Hola.
And it's nothing, right? See, Spit speaking German or something, which I don't know. It's
Nailed
a made-up
it.
language that doesn't exist here. But
Look, if you have to know, I was awakened by a monkey.
This doesn't answer any questions.
He couldn't say it. With a straight face.
Where is this note? What
was he? Is he? All right. Well, Spit's dying, and I'm not entirely certain why right now.
6 of us were awakened by a monkey.
Like a monkey that looks like Dimitri, or like one that came out of a tree.
No, like a spider monkey, like a
a
small
spider
monkey who was himself awakened by a druid.
There you go. We got it.
Okay. Was his name? Do you know what the name of the druid was?
No,
Was his name? Oh, does the name Bruce ring a bell?
no, it wasn't Bruce. This was a druid before. I know who you're talking about. He's an alright guy. Used to live up north. Now he lives down south. But no, this is a different druid that awakened the monkey, and then the monkey awakened us, so that we wouldn't have to have like keepers on the farm while they were off doing their thing. Instead, the 6 of us kind of like managed the flock. It's gotten a little out of hand. We don't have opposable thumbs, so it makes us challenged when it comes to like keeping
Getting a
numbers
grip on
down.
things.
But
Well, I think
what
you're
are
doing
you
a
gonna
great
do?
job. I mean, it looks like it looks to us like nobody's been here in 10-ish years. Is that about right?
yeah, I mean, like it's tough to keep track of time because we're sheep, but probably.
I like how matter of fact this sheep is. He's aware of the constructs of time and everything, and he's like, yeah, not having thumbs is really the big challenge here. Like that's the one thing. If you could change
That's
things,
that's why
like-
we can't awaken more sheep. Monkey can
Oh.
awaken us. It's the thumbs.
We've got thumbs, and I like.
what does he? How does he respond to that? Like we got thumbs. He's like, great. You can't. Are you gonna awaken more sheep? Like,
Yeah, can
what's
you
your
explain
what's
to
your
us?
name?
Oh,
Hmm?
yeah.
What's your name?
One.
What would you like? You're
I'm
one.
1.
Oh my goodness.
This is 2 through 6,
Yeah.
and that's 7 through 61.
5.
What happened to the other 4?
Yeah, what happened to the 4? Are they now corpses?
No. I didn't ask that. You
Because
said
there were
65
sheep.
earlier.
Oh, then that's 7 through 65.
The awakened ones.
So Morty over here, Mr. 65, made the observation that you were there was like a pattern to how you guys are eating your grass. Is there any reason to that, or
Well, yeah, sustainability, obviously.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay? So
That seems like a stupid. You seem pretty
Opposable
druidy. That seems like a
thumbs
stupid
are still-
question.
well, no, it's just we were just in this building over here. We're in
You never
this-
heard of crop rotation? Really?
It's- yeah.
Cover
okay,
crops?
all right. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard of anger management, and this is not how you do it. So
He'll
I'm
up
just
down you again. Be careful, dude.
True.
Like number
I mean-
7's gonna walk behind. He's not gonna be a coordinated effort. He's gonna go bah, and like he's gonna one's gonna like walk behind you and eats like just subconsciously. And he's gonna go tap, and you're over again.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, number one, I like you, but the first thing you did to me was up down me, so kind of off to a bad
The
start.
first thing
so.
you guys did to us was make that horrible stench come around.
True.
So
Who put the wool in those barrels?
probably the people that used to operate the loom in the building.
Oh.
So speaking of the building, we were just in the tavern building,
Yeah.
or the lodge over here. Have you? I don't imagine you've ever been in there or know anything about it.
I mean, I know
There's
it's a
some-
tavern. I know people used to stay there.
Sure. Did anyone? How long ago were you awakened? Like, how much do you know about what went on in there?
Oh, I've been around like 15 years.
Okay. Did anyone ever talk openly about pit of gravity.
A pit of gravity?
Do you know what gravity is? It's the thing that holds you down. Is there
sure.
there's a pit that makes you go down, but go more down, go down faster.
I mean, I don't know anything about a pit of gravity. I know that like people go in there and stay for a while. I know that like somebody's down there working on something. I don't know.
Have you ever been inside the lodge?
I've like looked in the door, but that's not really like, it's like a people zone, and we're like sheep. So
Sure, but
Yeah.
you're the first alive people we've seen here so far. So
Sheeple.
yeah, thank you.
literal sheep.
And-
Yeah.
Back up. 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What the heck happened? That when everyone just left.
I think they got like some dragons attacked, and they went and to fight some dragons. Then
Everyone.
they didn't come back.
Can you like point your snout in the way of that you know that they left?
I mean, they left in different. There were like on the night there were about 30 people here. They went in different directions. There were quite a few dragons that attacked. So they all.
Were there as many dragons as there were sheep at the time?
Oh no! Like that's. I mean, there weren't like a dozen dragons, but there were enough that like they attacked different places. One of them went to that like guard tower over that way, and
Yeah.
they charged off in that direction. I don't know. Ran through the night, didn't come back. Some folks went to Bell,
Hmm.
and that and they didn't come back either.
Yeah.
What's that loud tapping sound?
Oh, I assume that's Torg.
Who's Torg?
Who's
The
like
outfitter?
Oh, I know who Torg-
provisioner? Yeah,
Yeah, he's like in this book.
Yeah, I don't know. He has he hasn't come up since you know,
Have you ever seen Torg?
Like 15 years?
like 10 years. I mean, I saw him when he used to come out, but he hasn't. I don't know.
Would he come out of one of these buildings or?
Yeah, he'd go in and out of the tavern.
And we inspected all the tavern rooms, right?
I mean, yeah, as
Except for
far
that-
as you could until the pit outsmarted you.
Wow.
Aww.
You know, come to think of it, that would make a very effective jail. One where if you try to break out of it.
Oh no! If you want to see the jail, it's under the barn.
Oh. Well, I didn't actually say that out loud, but I guess I did now. Under the barn.
I mean, yeah, like
Is that
it's not like it's a paramilitary organization. They take captives. It's not necessary. They don't necessarily have like the sanction of the state. They gotta kind of like keep it
Do
on
their
the
thing.
down low when they're, you know, holding people
holding
against their
prisoners.
will. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
you know, kidnapping.
so?
Even when they're kidnapping bad dudes and lady dudes and other dudes.
How far away from where we're standing is the barn?
Like 90. There's like 2 or 3 barns 90 feet from you.
Oh, okay. So is is there just like it's just like obvious stairs going down into?
No, it's like a secret
jail.
jail.
I would like to see the secret jail.
How does one get into secret jail?
I mean, I assume there's some kind of like secret way in the barn. I don't know. I've never
Makes
been in the
sense.
jail either.
Backing up for a second, you say that like the flock's gotten out of control and such.
Mhm. I mean,
How
like
so?
the numbers, right? We do a pretty good job of controlling them, but
What do you mean by controlling them, though?
oh, like me and 2 through 6 are in charge. That's why we
Yeah.
were awakened. We tell them where to eat, tell them where to scratch. That way they don't become overburdened by wool.
True.
Try to manage the flock. We try to have them, you know, eliminate away from the grass we're going to eat.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know,
So, I
basic
mean-
sanitation.
It's true. It's true. So, I mean, when you say the flock is out of control, is it too big? Would you prefer the flock to be smaller?
What are you suggesting, sir?
And I'm suggesting if some of the flock wants to like go on an adventure and like venture out to different lands, we can help out with that. Is this not a thing?
You know we're sheep, right?
Yeah, we were gonna make a petting zoo.
Oh, like
where like some people would be able to love and appreciate.
I see. So you want to
yeah.
like take advantage of the fact that some of us are less intelligent than the other ones, and kind
I
of
was just trying to
leverage
you
your
in solving
power
a
over
problem.
the rest
No,
of the
no,
sheep.
no. With
in
I
order
was
to
trying to
make us some
awakening
kind of
them.
commodity or sideshow.
It's true. So I mean, it's I mean, an alternative would have definitely been much more inhumane or inhumane. So I mean, it's I was just trying to better interpret when you said that it was getting out of control. If you would have preferred there to be less around, and we could have assisted with that.
He says, "Give us a second." And the 6 sheep that have been awakened kind of like huddle up and have a humana moment.
Yeah.
And they like number 2 like peeks his head over, kind of glares at you guys, ducks it back down. Number 1 comes back and says, begrudgingly, it would be a more sustainable flock if it were not so large.
Uh-huh.
If you wish to commoditize my kin and make them into a sideshow, you may take with you 9 sheep.
9 sheep. Okay. I mean, we're trying to, provide an alternate life, one that is filled with appreciation.
They're going to be fed
and
well?
joy.
Yes.
I imagine so, yeah.
You're going to take care
It's
of
part
the
of the-
shearing in an appropriate manner?
Yes.
Without us there to tell them where to scratch, they're not going to know how to scratch.
No, we'll make sure
give
that
them all the
somebody.
scratches.
Okay. Yeah, all right, you can take 9 sheep.
Do you have any certain numbers that you want to get rid of?
Yeah.
Like 13.
no.
Like you're like 42 out.
Like we'll give you 46 through 50 or 56 through 65. They're at the bottom of the list. They get counted last, so they're the first to go.
Okay.
Do we want to ask them first?
Do you want to ask sheep if
I mean,
they're not going to answer you?
But they might answer you, and we want to make sure that those
Oh,
that
they don't know
want
the
to be able.
difference.
Now, hold on here. We were just talking about whether or not.
Yeah,
you
wait
know,
a minute.
Look, it's okay when we say it.
Wait a minute. wait a minute.
George, Baron,
Sure.
do you have anything to say about this?
He says, no, you guys are doing just fine. I'm gonna stay out of this one.
Sorry.
Would we
Yeah,
want to
George.
do a sheep rotation program?
Was this study abroad? Take 9 sheep or don't?
Well, no, I mean, we're just trying
Wait,
to provide an alternate.
Wait, look, we're trying to make a petting zoo, right? And we're trying to like like I pull Spit aside and just be like, Spit, we're like, what are we trying to are we talking
We're
about like
taking
eating them, or are we talking about
No,
actually making a petting zoo and like
no, we're gonna
okay,
have
all right,
them.
okay, great, okay,
sustainability.
all right.
They
Wait,
found that.
I feel like a conversation is like, we're not monsters.
Number 1, question
Well-
for you.
Well, hey, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
So it's like Spit. You really should like the youngest 9 are
They are the youngest 9.
the youngest 9, which means that statistically they're going to live longer than number 1 over here. So we want the youngest
He
9.
says, actually,
to
the
go with
awakening
us.
spell gives us
Yo.
longevity in life.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah.
We also have
Which is
very good
why-
hearing.
Apparently,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
was.
Which is we didn't move anywhere. You just said pulled me aside in front of the sheep. Number 7 is literally still behind you. Anyway, so and I like fist bumped number 7 because I felt 2,000 points later because of it. But anyway, like I mentioned the rotation program because in the event that these 9 feel like it's an experience that they want some of their kin to be able to have, we'd love to be able to provide that opportunity. And our friend here can talk to him.
I like the idea of pimping out sheep.
Not pimping.
And
Trying to
Druid
provide an
abilities.
alternate and better a life full of appreciation and attention.
I mean, I don't.
My daughter's not going abroad for this exact reason.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, we only know when we try, and I'm glad that you think that 56 through 65 may have like a fun time, and if it helps you out, and it could help us out, and it sounds like a win-win.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Bo guy, you look like you got something to say.
Yeah, number one, question for you.
Okay.
It's Dimitri, so thank you. But
Okay.
I'll go by Bo guy. What if, because y'all know y'all have to figure out where to scratch and things of that nature, get rid of all that excess wool. What if like we sent some friends to like shear y'all periodically to get rid of your coats? Would y'all object to that?
I mean, probably not. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
And
we could even like tailor them too, in case you want to like look all fancy and stuff. Special designs or etchings.
I just want to,
You're trying to get these sheep a fade? Is that what's going on?
That's what Spit wants to do.
Are you upset if I say yes?
This has really gone off the rails, guys. I mean, I know I gave you awakened sheep, but
I'm just
because we can't
interested.
figure out this damn fucking pit. That's why. We gotta waste time elsewhere.
All I'm thinking is these bandits that we have that are doing civic service just swing by the sheep farm every now and then, collect all the wool, take it to town, and clothes get made.
Oh, you guys got a loom where you stay? That's cool.
And are there this question could be very easily misinterpreted, but are there lady sheep here?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you think we got to 65?
Well, okay, yeah, good point. I love
they
sheep
didn't
cheese.
make new sheep by
Cheese
taking
is
the excess
great.
wool and
This is a magical place. No, there's lady sheep here, yeah.
I guess I didn't really think that question through.
We
But
just started spawning.
I love sheep cheese.
What?
Right.
No, in real life, I like you can make cheese out of sheep milk.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I wish you would have just said you can make cheese out of sheep and like stopped right there and like that's it.
All of their eyes go
cheese out of
wide
sheep.
and smooth.
Deal over.
Do one now.
Let's go inspect these barns where apparently this hidden prison is. So
And number one, I have one more question actually, real quick. The animals that are the heads that are on the walls in there.
Yeah.
Where did they come from?
They're like trophies from when the Emerald Blades did stuff that they could collect trophies from.
They're pretty well kept. How have they been maintained when so much is moldy and mildewy?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's magic, but I don't,
Did you see them carrying these things into the lodge, or did they just sort of like?
I mean, the some of that. I mean, a lot of that stuff was here before we got here. I don't,
I like the idea. He's like, yeah, it's gentle repose. Like he says the spell. He like straight up goes, yeah, it's gentle repose.
You cast permanency on it. I don't know. Sounds like you do know.
Permanency. It sounds like you really know what's happening.
well, guys,
Oh yeah,
now
let's go check out the barns.
What a fucking nightmare.
now we have a cloud of sheep, and that we'll have to worry about. But yeah, to the barns.
Well,
Sure.
now we know we're going back to Wind's Hollow immediately after this.
Of course, we have to now. We're gonna
Yeah,
take. We're gonna
it's a
shear.
protected rest.
You head in the barns. You don't. I mean, again, it looks like they've been largely abandoned. One of the barns looks like the sheep stay. A couple of the barns, I guess, look like the sheep stay in the barns when it's like raining or whatever.
Raining, yeah.
But there doesn't appear to be anything in the barns like right now. There's like some pulley systems set up to get like crates and like haystacks and stuff to like the top level, like the loft of the barn. But other than that, it looks like a standard barn. There's like a big barn door on the front of all of them. It looks like there was a wagon in one of them. Now it's what remains of what used to be a wagon. The wheels kind of gave out a while ago. Looks like it just kind of like rotted out. But
Can we like check all the floors and things of that nature? See if there's anything that. Oh, sorry, Annex.
That's what I was going to suggest.
as well as any of the walls and such. For,
Yeah, like I was thinking if you use
levers.
your the pole, like feel like, you know, poke around at the ground listening for like a wooden trapdoor or something underneath dirt or hay or whatever.
Yes.
Is that what you want to do? Sure, make
Yes.
an advantaged investigation check.
$23.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you tap around and you do, in the second barn you look at, you find what is clearly a hollow sound underneath the barn. You tap, you don't immediately see like a trigger for it. And then you kind of look at, like, you trace it to like where the wall is. You look up and you see that there's like a hook that has some rope kind of like looped on it. And that rope is attached to this pulley system. You go and like pull on the pulley system and you notice that like the hook like folds out and then the whole like wall panel shifts and it pulls the floor underneath it back, and there's a stairwell leading down to presumably the jail that you had heard about.
Does it smell?
Yeah, a little bit.
Does it smell like a space where nobody has been for some time, or does it smell like
Yes,
Like
it smells like
rotting.
something died down there.
Yeah.
But it has been it's not like new, so it doesn't smell like immediate death, but it smells like kind of like a musty, vaguely rot based odor.
Familiar with this smell. It's the old axe on top of a sweaty body smell.
Let's
Disgusting.
go check it out.
Smells a little bit like a high school
Alex,
gym
You
corridor.
know, like
Like,
it's like, that was your face just went into a grimace so quick. You're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
let's go
guys-
check it out.
yeah, you head down and it is the same size as the barn above it. And you see 5 cells. And then in the middle of them, you see this like metal table that is bolted to the stone floor. And then kind of like manacled to the table, you see what is clearly the remains of someone. And there, I mean, it looks like, obviously this place isn't airtight because it looks like rats have done most of the heavy lifting in terms of getting rid of the odor. But you do see the skeletal remains as well as like a satchel of gear in the corner.
Yeah.
Can I'd like to just go up and like rap on the metal table with, what am I carrying? Just like I guess the
A bone.
scimitar. Like I'm trying to hear if it's the same rapping noise that we've been hearing.
Sure. It's not. This is a different.
Okay.
Different ting ting ting.
Yeah. This is not like a ting. This is like a clatter.
The noise I made or the noise we've been
The
hearing?
noise you made. Like it's like
Okay.
you struck a metal plate table with a metal object.
Okay.
Is there anything in this satchel of gear?
Yeah, there's some adventuring gear. There's kind of like an emblem that seems just gives you kind of a bad feeling, frankly. It's tough to like explain. Yeah, I mean, other than that, that's kind of it, I guess, frankly. I mean, like there's some like basic adventuring gear that you guys largely already have, but it's in less good quality.
Like a lot of rope.
Uh,
It's just a bag of rope.
yeah, among other things, for sure. Yeah.
We have like 500 feet of rope at this point.
Wait, you
There's
said
no
it's
way
an
to know.
emblem that makes us feel not good?
There's like it's an emblem that like gives you like a, not like magically, but you're like, oh, that's like, I don't know what organization that is, but it's clearly like
The
not
bad
a great
one. The
Yeah.
bad, not good one. Got it.
Is it the organization of Eustace Clodbottom?
No,
Like, have we seen it before?
you have
Brian
not
was
seen
like,
this.
Brian was like,
emblem.
"Damn, this could be a very interesting plot hook." Just kidding.
No, you have not seen this this emblem before.
Okay. Anything inside of any of the cells?
No.
Okay. Spit, you want to make a rock pile for this? dude?
Yeah, you read my mind. I go and I take some rocks and I set them on the table.
Okay.
Right beside.
Hey, Brian, I do have a question.
Yeah.
I do have the locate object spell,
Okay.
and my question was, I guess this gentleman that we've already been told of, where did his name go?
Work.
Torque.
What is Torg?
Mhm.
I guess I wouldn't know enough about him to potentially cast anything that could make it to potentially locate him.
I mean, you don't really know any like
Yeah, I don't know if you
locate
can find
object.
any
You have to
features or
like
stuff.
it targets a
Talk
thing,
about his
right? Not a
yeah.
person.
Well, I was gonna say like if there was a description about him.
You've heard that he's the provisioner, but that's
We
I mean,
haven't
that's
heard
about it.
anything,
You don't
like,
know much
yeah.
beyond that.
Try to take these non-combat spells, and I'm getting screwed right and left.
Aw.
Locate us an
Yeah.
anvil.
Hey,
Look
Spit,
at-
No,
would you,
no,
would you-
it's not that. It's different.
Spit, would you like me to make your pile of rocks look really pretty? Like I can use mold earth to turn it into like a smiley face or something. Turn it colors.
I haven't seen any of them that look like that though, so I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
What,
But I
what-
like the idea.
I don't have anything useful to contribute right now. I just
No, I'm enjoying. the
Neither
fact
did
that
I, but
like-
that's okay.
effing around in this place.
I mean, should we still take the no-no emblem?
we took
Why
all the
not?
we took all the jewels and stuff from in the clubhouse over here.
Does the emblem have like any runes or anything like on that? It's just genuinely unrecognizable compared to things that we've seen before.
older
You
than
have
we
not
are.
seen it. Morty, make a local culture / religion check.
I can do those. Can I give myself guidance?
Yep.
Hooray! Oh, that's a 21.
It occurs to you that like it is not in the green book, but you remember when you were in Eustace Clodbottom's like building. There were several sigils, and the one that he was like sporting the most is not this one, but it reminds you of one that he referred to as Sudastata, who is the evil god of life.
All right, what's their how do you spell that?
Sudestada.
What a fine line we balance as being a grave domain cleric. That's not fun. That is.
And would you roll a 26?
What?
Would you roll on that hit? On that
21.
21. Yeah. So it's you remember him being the evil god of life.
Evil god of life. I'm gonna continue with that.
Mhm.
Besides Spit going into my notes and typing, "Hey, the bed is higher now. Can somebody fill the space?" as I'm typing notes.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Wait,
not.
wait, but you're the one that made the religion check.
I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't tell you. Like, my next follow-up question is going to be about Sudastata, not about. I don't care about.
It's
Eustace
like, oh, this
Clodbottom.
wildly terrifying artifact. Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's all have a discussion about it.
Yeah, I'm writing it down. Clodbottom's
Yeah,
place.
I mean, it's an evil god of life. So is it like a forbidden life or something? You think?
Yeah, he doesn't.
I don't know who
remember.
we're talking. Yeah, I don't know who we're
This
talking.
emblem
Like who we're
is-
talking to or what about?
is from
We're-
Sudastata, the evil god of life.
Correct.
I'm gonna further inquire. What the hell is an evil god of life?
You don't remember. That's why. I
Yeah,
asked you if it
you're
was a
the
21
source.
or
You're the
26.
source of on. You're the
I mean, it
source of
could be a
information
26
right
if you
now.
want me to be. Like,
No.
I mean, Deity of
It's
life.
not gonna-
Well, I guess I'm asking more so in generalities versus who Sudastada is.
Mhm.
Like Jacob D&D Jacob understands his deities of life. I have never encountered an evil deity of life.
Yeah, that's interesting that you haven't. It's almost like this is a homebrew setting.
No. So I guess what would depict somebody as an evil deity versus what's Sudastada? What qualities would, because I would assume
Sure,
as
so,
a grave domain cleric I'd have some understanding of that.
All right, that's fair. This is the deity known as the Parasite Sovereign. So he
that's what it
has
is. Got
dominion
it.
over like parasites and disease and viruses. Like,
Oh, evil life.
yeah,
Sorry, I didn't mean to like push like that. I was just
No,
like
that's all right.
I didn't really kind of get like
yeah.
it's like haha you're alive, but and it's
No,
like
no, no. It's like life
leeches,
unchecked.
Pestilence life.
yeah.
Pestilence, cancer, those kinds of things.
The Four Horsemen. Okay.
Anything else in this jail cell or this interrogation room? I guess.
Do you mind if I hold on to that emblem?
Yeah, go for
Go
it.
for it.
No, it was just trying to see if there was anything like inside the jail cells or anything chilling on the walls.
No, like in fact, one of the locks looks broken, and broken from the outside. So it looks like people may have been like freed in a rush. Like the cells were opened hurriedly, and for whatever reason, this person that's chained to this table was not released.
Ew. Is this humanoid a certain kind of humanoid? Like, do we recognize it as like a lizard folk type, elf? Is it short stature?
Make a medicine check.
Medicine, another thing I'm not good at. Oh, actually, I'm not that bad at
We keep doing that.
it. Dirty 20.
It's a dwarf.
Okay.
So wait, clarity. This
It's
jail
gnomes I
cell,
don't like, right? Not dwarves. Yeah, it's gnomes I don't like.
this jail cell was opened, or other jail cells were opened.
So he is not in a cell. He is chained to an interrogation table.
Well, you said that there were some people that were some locks were broken from the outside.
The cells themselves, it looks like other people were here when people abruptly left this place, and the cells themselves were forced open
from the outside.
as if like somebody wasn't waiting for the keys. But for whatever reason, that same courtesy was not extended to this person chained to the table.
Is that
Are there any name tags or
Sorry.
anything?
Good question.
is there another? Are there any stairs or anything leading down to lower levels
Nope.
from here?
Looks like it's just this kind of one level jail.
And the
Under-
perimeter is basically the size of the barn that's above us.
Yeah.
So it's not like connecting to a prison underneath the other barn.
Does the skeleton have a great blue bushy beard?
No, the beard is gone.
I literally only thought of Hot
Mhm.
Fuzz, where there's like a skeleton guy and he has a beard still, and I was like, maybe I'll ask anyway. Does it look like it's a torture like chain, like how
No,
you
it looks
like
like
the
it's an
old medieval-
interrogation room.
Okay, because he was to a table. I didn't know if it was like a stretching table, which is
not
really bad
like,
for
it's
everybody.
Like it's like his legs are manacled to the table legs, and
Yeah.
his arms are manacled around the bottom
It could have just been a situation where there was just way too many locks to try to unlock.
Yeah, how many
compared to that
cells
of
are there?
cells.
of them. There's
Five.
5 cells.
5 cells.
3
are
of them
they?
have broken like locks that have been like bashed over.
In the 2 that are not broken, are there any remains in there?
No, they are also open, but it looks like they were unlocked.
This probably is not relevant, but does it look like these cells are the type of cells that? Do they look like they're long-term cells? Like if you wanted to put someone away for like 15 years, is that type of cell, or is it just like
They're just like
a I know I'm
Like
overthinking it.
metal
are they
bar
blue?
cells.
Are they Bluebeard kind of like?
Yeah,
Very
they
big.
look very similar to the cells that are in the basement of the mayor's
Mayor
of
Ornath.
Mayor Ornath's house. Yeah.
I grab the skeleton's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything happen?
No,
Okay.
his hand is held.
You grab his hand and I look repulsed.
I can only
you
imagine.
I wasn't
dip-
sure if there was going to be like any like telepathic communication
Sure.
and stuff like
You
that
dip,
that might
he
happen.
dips, you dip.
Damn,
Yeah,
they
I don't know.
got us. I was really hoping he's like, oh, and the art. It's like we see Spit literally do a bunch of burials, and then like he goes like next to the table, goes like really fast, just like puts his hand on the other guy's hand. It's not slow at all, like natural movement. It's really quick, and
Yeah.
grabs the hand, and he's like, and like that's all we hear.
Yeah, that's actually probably what happened.
That's all you hear, but he's got no new information for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. We're gonna just keep doing it and see if there's anything going on down here.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, you don't. There doesn't seem to be any magic.
I think he was left behind just because there's just way too many locks.
Or he's a really bad person.
Well,
Or
they
that
were-
too.
They would have had to undo 4 locks to.
Wait,
Yeah.
I've got a question.
For this one.
Is the table pick upable?
No, it's bolted.
No,
to the
it's
ground.
bolted to the
Oh
stone.
damn, that would be really funny. If they were just
Yeah.
trying to beat him and he's like that's
Yeah.
all he can do and he just does it. Okay. I guess there's nothing else here unless like are there any footprint or like boot tracks? I know it's been 10 years. But like I'd feel like there'd be less pickup in certain areas. Like I'm trying to see if there's any scuttles on the ground to see maybe hey there was another place that we could go down. Kind of like hey there's a deeper jail or like something else like that. Is there anything like that here?
Um.
Trying to see if there's any like
don't-
weird like boot prints that go into like
Yeah, I mean, there's no like tracks in this barn or this jail.
Mm,
I mean, other than yours.
right.
When we were topside, had we investigated all 3 barns for this jail, or did we
Yeah,
just like?
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just tired of this because he wants us to get back to failing in the pit. He wants to figure out what other bullshittery is going
Well, we
on.
want to eventually get over to the silo and the homestead, the farmhouse.
Mhm.
Well, so number 1 said that Torg had been going in and out of this jail, right?
No, in and out of the
No, out of
tavern,
the tavern.
Oh.
but hasn't in quite some time.
Okay. Well, want to go check out the silo?
Yeah.
Yep, silo then farmhouse.
Okay.
Yeah, we go ahead and take the sack and everything.
The what?
The sack with all the stuff.
Oh, sure. You have more rope and more torches and some candles. You actually have quite a few candles, and they look pretty ornate.
Ooh.
And then you see like there's some like vestments in the bag that look a little bit like wizard robes, but not so wizardy, not quite as pretentious. They're more like subdued. And like a
Adult
dark gray.
wizards.
But you head upstairs, you head over to the silo, and you see a stockpile in the silo of presumably mildewed like oats, probably like wheat and yeah, probably just wheat. And you kind of track around the steps all the way up, and you see this balcony. And then like kind of like blending into the top of the silo, you see a beacon that looks like it was built in such a way to be fairly stealthy until it's lit.
Does it have any coal in it?
It does not have any coal in it. No, it does have like. It has clearly not been cleaned since the last time it was used, but it doesn't have any like active fuel in it or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like. How long would it take to look like to clean 10 years of baloney off of it?
Like a day.
Oh,
Yikes. That's a lot.
It's like a big like it's like a big like brazier that like you're not sure even the best approach because it's too big to like remove, so you'd have to basically climb inside and scrub it.
Oh wow. So we're not too far from Bell at this point.
We're like 3 days.
I mean, there are some like.
How is the silo the tallest structure here?
Yeah.
Can we see Bell?
Yeah, you can see a wall. It's kind of like just at like the farthest reaches of your sight line.
Oh, with the spyglass though?
That's with the spyglass. It is like 3 days away still.
So my question is, okay, the first time we can see Bell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also thinking that Spit has utilized it enough to kind of gather how big it actually is.
Bell's a big place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like on the horizon, how big is Bell? Like, can we see a consistent wall? Or
there is a solid wall around the city.
I guess I'm trying to see also, like, is there maybe like just missing wall? Like,
nope. It looks. Now you wouldn't be able to see from this far away. There's a solid wall around the city. It doesn't. It also looks abandoned. You don't see anybody kind of between. You see some like fallow fields between here and the city, but you don't see anything specific. Like you don't see people.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, the fields are like overgrown, in kind of like wild way, like aggressively overgrown. So you get the idea that like nobody's touched those fields in 10 years either.
How tall is the silo?
Like
5 stories?
60 feet probably. Like where the balcony is, where you're standing, is probably 60 feet up. Like if you were to climb in the bowl of the beacon, probably like 70, maybe 75 feet.
And how full is the silo of wheat?
It is like a third of the way full, and you look around and like there are many more fields around this farmstead that have clearly been abandoned, right? Like there's a lot of overgrowth on all. There's probably a few acres of like fertile land here that would have been used for like vegetables, wheat, oats, like kind of like to make a farm function and be economically viable, but it's all been kind of left untouched and overgrown, except where the sheep have clearly been munching.
Of course,
and systematically clearing out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can have a farm here later, guys. But should we go to the farmstead place and check that out, too? See if there's any nooks and whatnot.
Okay. You head into the farm building. You open the door into like a kitchen area. It looks like an old farmhouse. You kind of get a general idea of the place. It's 3 bedrooms, each with 2 beds in it. I guess one of them has like a queen size bed. It appears to be the master kind of bedroom. There's kind of like just regular stuff to live in a house in here. There's lots of like tools. Farming equipment is in kind of a back shed. There is a cellar that has kind of like root vegetables that have gone, unfortunately, not very vegetable-y. They've gone the way of fertilizer instead. Throughout, there's like a living room with more like there's like wolf heads, but the wolves have kind of like their eyes look different. They don't look like normal wolves. Maybe you get the idea, maybe like a winter, specifically used bit. Get the idea, maybe like a winter wolf or something like that. But yeah, how much do you want to investigate?
Are there, like, it's similar to the tavern, are there any kind of journals, ledgers, any like documents that I'd be able to see to learn a little bit more of the folks that normally would have been in this place?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
13.
You kind of go through the bedrooms. You do see one book, and it's labeled "The Litany of the Sun." And it describes some very powerful being called Kamsin. Kamsin the Light Bearer. And then as you page through, at the end, kind of in not the same writing as the rest of the book, so clearly like written after the fact, it says like the throne has been taken by someone new, but it doesn't specify who that is. But
yeah,
it gives the indication that like because the throne is pardon me, because the throne has been taken, Kamsin the Light Bearer has returned.
Wait, so Kamsin the Light Bearer is a person?
Based off the way the book is written, this is clearly like a deity.
Yeah.
And
you would know that, Morty, because you're reading another deity's book. But
so I guess I just like kind of stepped like not stepped away, but like kind of blanked for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So Kamsin the Light Bearer is another deity, and the throne has been taken from,
which has encouraged him back.
And Kamsin is a good person?
We don't know.
When you read through the litany, it talks about like pushing the monsters away and ending the reign of the shadow in this realm. You get like this general idea that this is like a positive dude, but also like based off the end, you get the idea that Kamsin, while it may have been the name of a deity at one time, it is now like the title of this position, Kamsin the Light Bearer.
It's a pretty neat book. We'll take it.
So there's currently just an opening for Kamsin the Light Bearer to pretty much.
No. It looks like that opening has been fulfilled
By a good person.
I
mean, it's been fulfilled. It doesn't specify by whom, but maybe. There seems to be.
I was looking at my book. Like, is there any mention of Kamsin? I know it's probably not, but like.
Yeah, you haven't. I mean, there's no mention of like pseudostata either. So there's not like.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like. I mean, your book is about like your deity and the Fey spirits. It is over. The like tone of the writing at the end seems to be of pride, right? As if like somehow whoever wrote this had something to do with whoever has been seated on the throne of the Light Bearer. But beyond that, that doesn't clarify whether it's like a good person or a bad person, right?
Right. Aside from the farm tools, are there anything of value inside the farmstead? Like,
you mean other than an ancient book that's labeled the Litany of the Sun?
There's that, but I mean more like weapons,
like
gold,
monetary
other things
value.
like yeah.
You do see like 3 or 4 mini like casks that are still pressurized that have the Hutchinson Trade Company seal on them. When you lift them up, there's like they're full of something. You're not sure if that's valuable or not. All of the like tools are very well made.
Yep. Rowan, we have a farm here.
What did you roll on your investigation check?
My investigation was... I don't remember. I want to say it was a 13. It wasn't fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine then.
Is there anything in here that I would understand from a thieves' camp perspective? Probably not. It's, I mean, they didn't seem like the thievery kind of place.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe, like, there are stories of, like, rogues being involved in the Emerald Blades, but, I mean, they're not, like... You get the idea that, like, this was a stronghold of the Emerald Blades.
Yeah.
You know.
Are there any other like strange mechanisms like we saw inside the bar? Or yeah,
roll an investigation check.
All right then. Ooh, I get to re-roll that.
Oh no.
23.
Wow.
Yeah, so as you go in the living room, you kind of like do a full perusal, and like at first you don't really see anything, and then you like kind of give up and sit in like an armchair, and then you like notice like your finger catches like something underneath the arm, and you pull it, and like there's like a floor panel that pops up, and as you open that up in like a box, it's like a document box.
So I find a box of documents.
Yes.
Cool.
Would you like me to look at the documents for you?
Sure. Here you go.
Okay. So, Annex, you're going to look at the documents.
Yes.
Make an intelligence check.
I would like to use a Benny, please,
Okay.
because I feel like this is worth it. Oh, that's even worse. But I have to take that one. That's a 2.
Yeah, it's very like contract oriented. Probably should have gone for that first roll. Like the DC was a 5, but
the first one was a 4, so that still would not have won.
It is clearly a contract. You know that the noted parties are the remnants. Literally, it says the remnants of the Emerald Blades and the Hutchinson Trade Corporation. But the rest is more complicated than your druidic mind can manage.
Can I like hold this document up and just like point at it with a quizzical look at all of my friends here? Like, does anyone know what any of this this?
I'll try to look at it.
I
apparently ran a business of puzzles and trap making before.
That's true.
That's facts.
What is a contract if not a puzzle and or trap?
Well, I mean, and if I had a business and such, what's the check?
Just an intelligence check.
Well, that's neat. It's a natural 20, but bumped down to a dirty 19.
Sure. So you read through it, and the top page is an addendum to the rest of the contract that is underneath it. The addendum provides a pretty substantial sum of money to the remnants of the Emerald Blades in exchange for them performing policing and security in a new endeavor that Hutchinson Trade Company is a part of, specifically the Commonwealth endeavor. And that is an addendum to a contract that appeared to be like a trade contract between Hutchinson Trade Co. and the Emerald Blades, indicating that the Hutchinson Trade Company had exclusive rights on the caravan of goods produced and required by the Emerald Blades at Greenhall. And the surprising thing is it says at a cost at zero cost. So whatever contract, like the Hutchinson Trade Company is engaged in a contract for no benefit on their end.
But the addendum specifically calls for like the policing and safety.
Specifically of the policing and safety of a new location.
Oh. And how do the documents look like that they were created in vastly different times or in a relatively similar
so
period
about
of time, like handwriting and stuff?
They are clearly made at different times.
Yeah. Okay.
But like without you can make an investigation check to try to decipher like how disparate those times are. But like you would have to make that check.
Oh, are the contracts dated?
Yes, they're dated 5 years apart.
Oh, okay.
Points out the date.
Right. I mean,
It's up there. It's right there.
Interesting.
Is that the part I was able to understand? Is the date?
Yeah, you found numbers and you were like, I know what numbers mean. Usually.
I can do this.
For no benefit, like that leads me to believe like there's some kind of like mob situation going potentially. Like there's unspoken security and such. No?
Or like a blackmail situation.
Yeah.
Or it's perfectly reasonable business or dealings.
Or that.
Well, maybe the Emerald. Well, hold up. So the Hutchinson Trade Company was. Who was the recipient of benefit? Hutchinson Trade for being able to do exclusive rights for the requirements at Goldhall or at Greenhall?
Greenhall, but it was at a zero cost.
That doesn't make any sense.
So Greenhall paid zero for the contents of Hutchinson Trade's product?
For the movement of their own goods through Hutchinson Trade Company.
Got it. Okay. I mean, it also could be a thing where the Emerald Blade is just so like has high notoriety that the privilege of carrying their goods was something that was valuable to Hutchinson as well, because it sounds like they were kind of a big deal. We take the contract.
Okay.
All right. So it's probably later in the day, isn't it?
It's getting close to bedtime, yeah.
So
Should we go rest in these beds?
I think we should go to the inn and rest up there is what we should do.
Can we ask the sheep where it's safer?
Do you want to ask the sheep where it's safe?
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
Number one says it's safest in the barn. Try that again.
Oh.
Number one says it's safest in the barn. I don't know how to redo this famous horse. Number one says I don't know. The barn is great for us, but you will probably get kinks in your neck by sleeping on the floor, so you should go sleep in one of the beds. But we'll keep a watch. If anything should come attacking Greenhall, we'll make sure to let you know.
Yeah.
We should probably sleep two and two.
Well, there's also Baron.
Wait,
Yeah,
well, we don't want to. Right. Are you suggesting that like we double shift at night? Because that constitutes not a long rest.
Or it means that you rest twice as long. Like you could take a 12-hour rest and everybody, Or you
the
just
sheep are
trust the
already
sheep.
watching over it. Yeah, the sheep are. Oh, are we suspecting of the sheep?
Well, we're suspecting of Torek hopping out of this, pit.
Brian is so
area.
just so disappointed with all of us.
I'm not disappointed. I've just broken you all. Should we suspect the sheep are up to nefarious aims? I mean, I guess fine.
This is
Why
your
are
fault.
they
already said they'll watch after us.
Why are we suspicious of sheep? Like they're sheep.
I don't know why we're searching. Why
I don't know.
we're doing to a chill.
Wait, you're so you're.
Look,
Wait, hold
I'm
on.
the one who got knocked to the ground by one of these things.
You
And
got
I'm
up,
not suspicious.
You got
of them.
you got up down on one, and you're the one like, why are we so suspicious? I'm like, dude,
I got- you know what?
Wrecked your life over here.
You know what?
Your life is a strong statement.
I'm in touch as a druid. I'm in touch with nature, so I feel like I probably had it coming for something that I had done. It's just it's payback for something years ago.
Mhm.
Let's just sleep in the barn like we normally do.
If
The sheep are watching after us.
yeah, if we did sleep in the barn with the sheep, and
It would be very crowded.
Well,
but we'd be able to get to sleep faster.
natural pillows. You see.
Well, we would just be in the lofts, in the hay lofts.
All right, where are you sleeping?
I
putting
want
a
to sleep in the
stop to this line of conversation.
I want to sleep
Where
in
are
the
you
tavern.
sleeping?
I'm sleeping in the tavern.
In the tavern.
Oh, they
Okay.
said the
all right.
barns. I thought we meant like the farmhouse where there were beds and stuff. So yeah.
Well, there's beds
Yeah.
in the tavern too, aren't there?
Yeah,
Aren't
Yeah,
there,
that's true.
like there? It's an inn.
yeah. There's 8 rooms with 2 beds apiece in the tavern, or 3 rooms with 2 beds apiece at the farmhouse.
That's why we were already at the farmhouse. But I guess
But
it's
the
let's
sheep
go to
sleep
the
in the
tavern.
barn. So that's
Let's go
where
to
they
the
think
tavern and have dreams about the gravity pit
it's okay.
that is just below us.
Spit.
Cool.
You should set up a bell that if anybody comes out of the basement, it rings in one of our rooms.
Would you like to try to set up that Rube Goldberg device of a bell?
yeah, I'm like trying to like visualize how that would work.
We got
Probably
like
something
10,000
like-
feet of rope.
We never need to worry about rope ever again.
Or
Yeah,
even
I guess
just
so. Yeah.
a bell that would wake us up if something came up from the basement.
Or we just close the basement.
I want to see if Torek, this Torque guy, comes.
Porg.
Torg. Why do you keep?
Not
Yeah,
T
Eric-
O not TORQUE, TORG, Torg.
Torg.
I know 2 people named Torque, so I keep going to Torque
Same.
as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I guess I could go and do that. I go and I take a whole bunch of the rope and I tie the bell to it such that if the door to the basement were to open, it would cause the rope to ring the bell. In fact, the way that it's hooked and arranged up is that the rope is like the bell is. I loop the rope. I thread the rope through like an eye hook so that if the rope were to pull out, it just drops the bell. So
Mhm.
it creates even more noise where we're at. As
Right,
opposed
so-
to just a ringing.
Your plan is to put that right outside your rooms, and then you try to set it up, and clearly you must have dropped one of these pieces of rope in the pit, because you do not have as much rope as you thought you did earlier today.
This sucks.
But you do manage to rig it over the private drinking balcony outside the rooms, and you're pretty sure it would wake you up if somebody came up.
How do we not have as much rope as we thought we did because we just found the adventurers pack?
Yeah, clearly you dropped it in the pit and forgot to grab it.
So
This
is
is
this
just
a
a place-
psychic gravity
hold on.
pit?
Yeah, this is a
I'm
place.
so-
This is a place where rope just magically disappears or like changes. It's different.
The pit's gonna be like 10 foot deep, guys.
It's a sentient
If that.
That's what I'm kind of expecting. It's like it literally you fall and it's just like wham! And it's like an extreme gravity pit where it's just like anything that goes in there, if you're not going just straight across, you're just gonna die. Like that's my whole expectation here. Brian's like, yep.
All right.
I'm really having a good time watching you browse your fridge.
Can you mind your own damn business?
You're an entire monitor right now. Okay, so how much rope do we actually have? I am very confused about this rope situation now.
Yeah, there's no real way at this point. Like clearly,
What do you mean
rope
there's no way? We can count the rope.
Clearly, rope at Green Hall is a weirdly ephemeral magical entity, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is a realm of labyrinthian magic when it comes to length of rope, because you
Yeah.
thought you only had about 100 feet, and then it turns out you had like 300 feet, and then you found some more rope, and now you only have like 150 feet. It's wild.
Yeah.
We only have like 10 feet of rope. And we also have a magical rope that when we say wrangle,
It wrangles.
Shit, why are we not
wrangles.
using the wrangling rope?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right.
But that is duly to note that rope is fairly variable here.
I would like to be in a room and then put are there like can we like half barricade the door just in case?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna barricade my door.
The sheep are protecting us.
Yeah, well, they also up down one of our party members
All right,
pretty nonchalantly.
Is anybody in the room with me, or am I just taking a
Do
room
you
to myself?
want somebody in the room with you?
More to you, Snore. So
There are 8 rooms. Like, you can all have 2 rooms to yourself. If you
I will take a room. I will barricade the door. No, Baron needs a room too.
Fine. You all can have 1 3/4 rooms all to yourself.
I'll take a room and just kind of barricade myself in, move a dresser in front of the door.
I mean,
or
I
something.
don't disagree with us sleeping in pairs. There's 2 beds. in
Fine,
each-
I'll sleep in Dimitri's barricaded room.
Cool.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll stay. I mean, I'm used to Morty, so
Did you want to stay in my room, Spit?
no.
Okay.
It's Spit and Morty and the puppy. You guys make it through the night. The sheep do not wake you up. The bell does not wake you up. Everything goes pretty uneventfully.
Is there more rope than there was when I had originally configured it?
No, it looks like the rope has stayed the same once it's set up as a trap or alarm device.
Oh. What if I were to take it down and then try to set it up again?
There's no way
Like,
to know.
Like clearly, I was just like, I could have sworn I had more rope, and I go and I try to set it up.
You're
again.
pretty sure you just dropped it in the pit, man.
Well, we should go check out this pit then.
Being gaslit by some rope in a pit. It's
So
really pissing me off.
after
Okay, questions about this stupid rope. Just real quick, we've picked up a whole crap ton of rope from just the area
people.
here.
Yep.
Does it seem like? Do we get the sense that our variable TARDIS rope apparently is the rope that we had before we encountered this stupid area? Is it pretty consistent, or
That's
is
a hurtful
that
thing to say about Green Hall, but continue.
Aw.
this fine area?
Bob.
What does it?
I'll
Does
have
it
to
seem
tell
like?
Elise that you said her hall was stupid.
Oh no!
I'll tell Iona Moore that her hall is stupid too.
Yeah, all of this was not my doing. I want to make it very clear
Nice.
I'm
that
gonna
this
yell
entire
at Elise.
facility is from a different campaign. And
I'm
they have
so
set it
mad
up.
at Elise.
So okay, it's not stupid, but it's vexing.
No, it's fine. It's
It's
stupid.
odd. It's
Vexing.
strange.
Good word.
But is the rope that seems to be just like Whoa, that's kind of weird. Is it just the rope that we picked up here, or is the rope that we had beforehand going all crazy too?
It's not like going crazy. You just think you dropped some rope in the pit.
Do I feel like the rope that we are holding still? You know what question I'm trying to ask? Is it just the rope that's here that we've been accidentally dropping in the pit, or have we been like accidentally just dropping all our rope in the pit?
Like the idea
You know,
that we,
if
like,
you accidentally
scissors.
drop a little rope, you might accidentally drop a lot of rope. There's no way to know.
I do
All
like
right.
the idea that like if it goes through one area, it's like da 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 da. It's like the sleeve, and it just more keeps coming out. You're like, I totally dropped 50. And it's just a 150-foot rope strand, and they put it back through, and it's only like 20 feet now, and it's like,
It's just
Wait a
street magic.
wait a
Right.
minute. Is that
so-
what this table is? Some street magic? It's literally roll a d8, and that's what happens. Wait a minute.
All right. Well, if we're going back downstairs to go to this pit,
I don't think I agree to that, but
I would like to grab like a bar rag or something just off one of the tables, like
Mhm.
napkin or something. So I'd like to grab that. You said there were some hard liquors that were flammable.
Yeah, presumably.
Molotov cocktail.
That's exactly what he's gonna do.
Yeah. So
Oh, hey
I would-
Morty, I can turn into a bird again now.
Twice.
Did we take a
Twice.
formal long rest?
It's a
We
short
slept.
rest.
Short rest? No, it's a long
No,
rest. We slept.
you took
She
a long
looked
rest.
at us.
Well, I know, but
Long
it takes a
rest.
short rest to get my wild shape back.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
does that means we got HP back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a protected long rest because the sheep were guarding you.
I don't like any of those words, but all right.
Also, notably, you can turn into a bird that's large enough to just fly these idiots across the pit.
I don't know
That's
why.
where I'm going with it.
I don't know why we sat here not being a Quetzalcoatl and just flying us across, but it's
I-
alright.
Well, it's
But-
because I wasted my second wild shape
Mhm.
by like
Yeah.
let me just dive back into this pit and
Right.
then fall. And
Brian's just
so-
impressed with us because we
so
haven't done
here's-
anything this session.
here's what I propose. Like we're all busy waking up already, or still.
I've
I
got
like-
a bottle of liquor in a rag.
Well, I would like to propose
It's
that
it's in kegs. It's not bottled. I mean, the wine is bottled, but like the hard liquor is in like kegs and casks.
Same.
so we can do one of two things. I think all of them involve turning into a dick bird, but I'm
Dick birds are small.
Dire dick bird.
A dire dick bird, maybe.
Well, what I was thinking of doing is
Slightly
like
larger.
combining all the things I was trying to do with this pit, but doing them all in one shot. So fly across the pit with my grappling hook hooked up to a rope, and then mold mold earth, the little shape with the hook for the grappling
Just to
hook to hook
clarify, you
into.
realize that you could just turn into an eagle, grab
Yeah.
each one of them, and carry
Yeah.
them across.
But you
right?
just told me I could. I thought you just told me I couldn't. I wasn't big enough to do that.
We're
No,
like
it's the
2
dick
foot
bird.
tall.
no,
Oh,
a dick bird is
as
not
a
big
dick
enough to do
bird
that.
is not big enough. But there's other birds out there.
There
Excuse me
are
for
there are birds
misinterpreting the
larger
size of a
than
dick
pelicans.
And we're also all like 2 foot tall.
We're all very-
so-
This
None
is
of us,
true. This
none
is
of us
true.
weigh more than 100 pounds. Wet.
100 pounds. Holy crap.
I was about to say, man.
And the
I mean,
the
he is
updrafts-
in full armor, so
Yeah, I actually wear clothes.
the updraft didn't kick in until we went below whatever that threshold
Mhm.
was, right? Okay.
I'm about to get slammed into the ceiling. I can only imagine this shit happening. It's like, oh, you went too high. Wham, wham, wham,
reverse
wham,
gravity.
wham.
All right, so I guess we don't need a Molotov cocktail.
Well, I think
You
it
want
might
to
be
have a
helpful to
Molotov
have
cocktail.
ready
Maybe
to
make
go.
sure it says EB on it, or E, and it's got our fake new logo on it that says E Heart
your,
B.
your bootleg EB logo. What you're gonna try to grab one of these casks of
No.
hard liquor?
No.
Well, if we have wine, if there are bottles everywhere,
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I mean the wine bottles are easy to lift. The casks are not. They're very heavy, so that would
Well,
require.
can I
enough
lift? Can
work.
I?
Right.
Can I heavy?
Right.
Can I just lift them?
Yeah, you can.
No.
He cannot, but you can.
Wait, I'm gonna look at you as I'm about to take this. Like, why do you need this? Why don't we just fill this up
fire bombs?
for the pit?
Why
And then I'm
not?
gonna set it back down. And then,
No, Chuck went into the pit just to like
I'm not
express our
chucking
displeasure.
liquor in
Just
the- no, I'm not doing that. That's wasteful. I mean, I don't know what's doing here, but like it's more wasteful if I do that. Because
Okay.
then who knows? We're gonna be all liquored up. You're gonna have somehow like someone's gonna cast firebolt on us, and we're all gonna catch on fire when we all fall into the pit. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life.
All right.
Just carry us over. Why are we? Just let's go.
all right, Burb carry.
This Torb guy's
Burp
gonna,
carry.
he's gonna
Burp
get a
carry.
lot of. He's gonna get a lot of sass when we get over there.
Enix, you notice as you get to the other side
Oh
of the pit,
God.
There's a lever.
when you look back, you look down, and the pit is like 2.5 feet deep. It's not deep at all. And you're just like, I don't. And you get to the other side, and you're like, oh, it's deep again. What's going on? And you get to the far side again, and it's shallow again. It's a very bizarre pit.
There's
very-
sandbars.
What's that?
There's sandbars in the middle of this pit.
No, like from the other side of the pit, the whole pit is only 2.5 feet deep. It's wild.
It's like an illusion has been cast upon this pit.
Damn! If I would have just cast the spell magic a while ago, it's been a way easier thing to deal with.
It's like the second level spell. What is it? Phantasm.
Phantasmal force or
Phantasmal
whatever.
force has been cast, and then permanency.
I'm so gonna yell at Elise next time.
This one wasn't her, but this was the monkey that cast Awaken on sheep. Anyway, you guys get across the pit, and you see a pretty substantial hallway. It's about 80 feet. You start to make your way down.
Let's
We
go down.
inspect the walls along the way.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Wait, so
I swear, for every time that it doesn't matter, an unnatural 19.
Sure, you see like lots of like into the stonework are carvings of like what look like the greatest hits of the Emerald Blades. Right? So you see like these like elaborate carvings. There's like one of like members of the Emerald Blades fighting this like cold breath Hydra creature, and then you see some dragons, and you see like 2 mammoths in a tornado. It's wild. You see these like were elephants. It's bonkers. And then you see the hallway at the far end opens up into a larger room. It's pretty well lit.
Lit
And
with
you
magic.
hear like something is on the far side of the hallway in that room.
Oh no!
Working on something. And then, surprisingly, a horse shows up next to you. And he looks at you. And he sighs. He says, why do you keep doing this to me? I don't...
Wait, it talks now?
He says, I don't...
I
And he
know.
looks around.
Oh, of
he looks
course I look
around
over.
and he says, "Not this place again."
Oh no!
Again?
Oh no. That monster. There are support groups for summoned animals dedicated to that idiot.
Wait, which one?
I think
Is
his
he
name
looking
was,
at Eye of Us?
I
Like
think his
Eye of
name
Us?
was Torg. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
what's your name now that we know that you talk?
I don't know, you're talking to him. Come on.
His name is Clyde. Are you Clyde?
His name's Clyde.
yeah.
Did we meet? Did we
Sure.
meet at the tower?
Yeah.
I
Why?
don't want to take notes on this part because I feel like this is just something I'm going to read next week and go, "What the hell?" Like,
He says, what are we doing here?
We just
How-
made it across
How
the
did
pit.
you get me here? What is happening?
I would like to take the wreath of flowers
Mhm.
from the last time and place around his neck and say,
wait,
"This
you're
is for
putting his
you."
dead body on his
Yes,
alive
like,
body?
I'm just trying to return everything back to you that is yours, and place it around his neck. You look very pretty now, by the way.
This helps a very small amount. Thank you. And he sighs and begrudgingly clip-clops down the hallway.
Wait! The pit. Don't be fooled by the.
No, you guys are past the pit.
No.
He's going towards Torg.
He's going with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought he was going back towards the pit, and I got very nervous.
No. And you guys head presumably toward the open hallway. I don't know.
I'm interested in the support group for summoned animals. Like, what other summoned animals are?
And Clyde knows about Torg.
What
summons me frequently.
Oh.
I often died. Well, was sent back very swiftly.
What did he do, or what does he do?
I don't know. He was an adventurer for a while and kept summoning me in the middle of tornadoes and explosions.
And we point,
I'm like saying, like, what a shitty person.
I'm like, were you here during any of these things?
He like clip-clops toward the tornado, and he says, "I was."
There's a tornado now? Wait, what? Huh?
That one got me.
The tornado
There's
is
a carving of a tornado with 2 mammoths and some people fighting them.
But doesn't include him?
That one got me. And he like gestures towards some were-elephants. It's like, well, those stampeded me seconds after I arrived on the plane. Let's go.
All right, Clyde. Sorry. Would you like a good berry?
We're just like shitty people.
Like... No, I don't need a good berry. That's how they convinced me to keep showing up too. They bribe me with good berries, and I don't like it.
Do you want anything? Any other food?
No, I just want to figure out how I'm gonna die this time and go back home.
I like the fact that he's just accept the fact that he's gonna die.
But what if
this is like Kenny.
You didn't have to do any figuring out because you don't have to go back home.
You're a very hopeful kobold.
Yeah, or I mean, an alternative would be like you can go out on your own terms.
Guys, we don't know if there's a way out of here that doesn't go through that pit, and I can't carry a horse. So, just keep.
If it's like 2 foot tall, can't he just like clop across?
It looked 2 feet tall.
Hey, let's keep going down the hallway.
Right.
Yeah. We keep on going.
Let's just see what's ahead of us before we make any.
Do you like being ridden, Clyde, or no?
No, I mean sometimes if it's necessary, but I'll let you in on a secret. Horses don't enjoy being ridden. It is something they allow people to do for the sake of convenience, because you all walk too slowly.
Oh.
It's just turning the whole, like, just telling and speaking facts right now. Just like, by the way, they think you're slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, that's all that has to be said about it.
If you would just move faster, no horse would let you ride.
If you would just go on 4 legs, 4 appendages, way quicker. But no, just 2.
All right, we continue down the hallway.
All right.
Clyde's getting on my shit list real fast.
As you start to like move down the hallway, you start to hear this like tinking sound again, and you open up into this large room. There is a forge in the room, and you see this large creature made of wood and metal, like leaning over an anvil, just like tinking away at an item. Just going to town. He doesn't seem to have noticed you. Behind him, you see something moving, and you kind of like look, like as your eyes adjust to the light, you see a small a kobold wearing a tuxedo. It looks to be like pretty old and out of fashion, but he is a very dapper kobold.
Like he's an assistant kind of thing? Is that
Like
what I'm
a
gathering?
butler.
A little bit, like he is like doing the things that this
Cobalt.
construct person is asking him to, like, bring me that and that, but he's like begrudgingly doing it. Like, this is not the job. This is not the job of butlery.
So the contract is made out of wood and what?
Oh no.
Wood and metal and a little bit of stone.
I turn over to the horse and I go, is that Torg? Is that Torg?
And he lets out this like whinny of disappointment. And that is when Torg looks up and sees the four of you. And he says, Clyde?
6.
The six of you, yeah. And says, Clyde? And then he hammers one more time. And a piece of whatever he's working on, it's red hot. It shoots off the end of this dagger, goes flying into a stack of ropes that are retaining spears. When that happens, the rope gets cut. The spears start tumbling down. They roll in front of Penny of this kobold, who then slips and trips on them, kicking his feet out from under him, and his dagger goes soaring off into this like weapons rack of axes. And when it hits the axes, one of the axes just starts to fall, and as if in slow motion, you watch this broad axe slowly fall and remove the head of Clyde as he explodes into flowers, and then immediately appears again, and he says, why would you? I was so close to home. I'm so...
Wait, so it's like a series of unfortunate events for Clyde every single time?
It was so close. I don't... And then from the anvil, clearly Torg says, hey, guys, I don't know who you are, but it's a pleasure to meet you. And that is where we will pick up next week on In the Red, our weekly adventure through the Forgotten Wastelands of Bel. Hopefully you all had a good time getting virtually nothing accomplished, moving 80 feet down a hallway.
How long have you been preparing his voice?
I did not choose that voice. That is a voice that I had to deal with for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
By whom?
My friend Tyler.
There you go.
I wish I could even pretend to imitate a Christopher Walken voice,
Wait,
but
he's just literally, he's like, hey. Wait, what was the last thing he said to us?
He said, hey, you guys.
I'm so glad to meet you.
I don't know you, but I'm so glad to meet you. Check us out on Patreon. You can give these jabronis another Benny every month if you subscribe at the $3 tier. You can have more impact at higher tiers. I know I promised that I would try real hard to get that Patreon updated this week, but I also made the explicit announcement that I probably wouldn't, and you would all have to just be okay with that. And that is in fact what has happened. So I will try again for next week. We'll see how my schedule works out with all that. Find us on initiativecoffeeco.com. Buy some coffee. It's good. We have a couple of benefit roasts. We've got a little bit of our Holly Conrad benefit left for Rise Above the Disorder. We have much more of our Midida roast, which is a partnership with Mini Terrain Domain to support Jasper's Game Day. We also have 2 roasts of our own that don't benefit anyone, but do help pay for things like operating costs of a business and a Twitch channel. So check that out. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at knitcoffeeco. Very soon we will start working on getting our handy DM tips videos edited for seasons 3 and 4. Jake and I have to work out a schedule to get that lined up and worked out.
Finished.
Other than that, check out fuzzylogicscaperoom.com to do corporate events, online escape room events, in-person escape room events that are carefully scheduled so only a limited number of people arrive at one time, and everything is very well sanitized between encounters and endeavors. A brand new escape room that I have not seen, which I am very jealous of. Event boxes, special online things, other things also. Have you guys started streaming yet, or no? Is that something you're...
No, not yet. Soon, maybe.
You keep popping up on my Steam, but not my Twitch, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, I think that is all the things, unless I'm missing a thing. He pauses, waiting to verify he's not missing a thing. That's all the things. So until next week, have fun, play safe, get a shot, wash your hands. And until next time, roll together.